We're at Bushbuckridge local municipality.
Itolo besilapha endzaweni yase Bushbuckridge.
Today we are here at Nkomazi,
Namuhla silana enkomazi.
and tomorrow we'll be at JS Moroka.
Kusasa sidobe sise JS Moroka.
On Monday we'll be at Hart Sibande,
Ngemsombuluko sidobe sise Gert Sibande.
and we'll be done in this province.
Sidabe sesiqedzile ke kulesi fundza.
The reason for us coming here or meeting you
Sizathu lesenta kutsi site lana sihlohlangana kanye nani.
is to come and hear from you
Ngutsi site sitouva luvo lwenu.
as to what is it that you want to input on the children's bill.
Kutsi ngabe yini lenifuna kutsi niyengete o nibeke luvo lwenu mayelana nalo mthetfosivivinyo lobekiwe mayelana nebantwana.
What is it that you want Parliament to put in as a law?
Yini lenifuna kutsi iparlamente ikwengete kube ngumthetho.
And we are doing that simply because we want us to own this thing together.
Sikwenda lokhu ngani ngoba sifuna kutsi lento lena ibe yethu sonke.
I'm going now to introduce myself
Ngitotsi ke ngitethule mina kutsi ngingibani.
as Kensani Kate Bilankulu Makabane.
NginguKhensani Bilankulu Makhabane.
I'm the acting chairperson.
Ngilisekela lasihlalo.
With me here, there are members of the portfolio committee.
Lapha eceleni kwami lenginabo nginemalunga eportfolio committee.
They are going to introduce themselves.
Batawuthi ke batetfule.
I've learned that amongst our midst, there is the chief whip of this local municipality.
Ngitheke ngatiswa ukuthi manjena sinabo basebukhosini bala kulesi godzi lesikiso.
A councillor. We've got a leader in this municipality. Manqwane.
Osinalabo lababuya kumasipala walendzawo walesigodzi.
Where are you, Mama?
Ukuphi mama?
Oh, I can see. Ah, you are too far. Can't you come, please, at the front at least?
Usekutheni kakhulu mama sicela usonzele ute utohlalela ngasedvutane.
I've also learned that we do have the member of the Royal Council.
Ngiyatisiwe nekutsi bakhona lababuya ebukhosini balendzawo.
Papa Ntimane.
Babentimane.
Papa Ntimane Mikwi.
Ungakuphi babentimane?
Oh, thank you very much, Papa.
Siyabonga baba.
And thank you very much, Emma.
Siyabonga mage Emma.
So, at this point in time, I'm going to give the opportunity to Ma Winnie to welcome us.
Kulesi khathi samanje ngidoniketa make wini ukuthi asemukele.
Yes. I carry you are a soldier.
Njengaloku ulisoja
So you have to welcome us
kumele ukuthi usemukele.
so that we'll be sure that we are welcome in this place.
Kuze kuthi sibe nesiqiniseko sokusemukelekile la kulendzawo.
Can I ask is there any other person who need to be assisted by sign language?
Ngabe ukhona lomnye umuntu lodzinga ukuthi ancedwe nge sign language?
There's no one.
Akukho.
No, thanks.
Siyabonga.
Sanbonani.
Greetings to you all.
Angitibongele mphathi lihlelo.
I would like to say thank you to Chair
Ngibongele lithuba longipha lona.
for this opportunity that I've been given.
Kungasihlakanipha kwakho nekwati kwakho.
It is not because of the fact that you are wise or you know.
Kungenxa yemusa waNkulunkulu.
It is because of God's grace.
Kungenxa yalenhlangano leli siniketa lo mbuso.
It is because of this
Mphathi sihlalo uma ubona ngihleli lapha phasi ngiva uthi make wini manje Sengiyathula nami ngibuke eceleni ngithi mhlambe kunalomunye make Winnie.
Chair, as I was seated there, I heard you referring to Winnie. I kept quiet thinking that there is another person called Winnie
Egameni lemkhandlu dolobha waseNkomazi
under the municipality of Nkomazi.
ngithanda kunimukela labakhulu bami titulu ngokuhlukahlukana kwato ngeke ngadisho ngemagama.
I would like to welcome you all in your different categories. I will not mention them all as they are.
Siyanimukela eNkomazi siyalijabulela lehlelo lelivela ka social development.
You are welcome in Nkomazi, and we appreciate and accept the program that is from the social development.
Sinimukela nje sijabula ngoba thine sisenkingeni lenkulu la eNkomazi municipality.
Accepting it, and they are happy because we are in a big problem as the municipality of Nkomazi
Eluhlweni lebantfwana.
in connection with the children.
Sakhelene nemabhoda lamabili lawa lesakhelene nawo liningi bantfwana baningi kakhulu la eNkomazi.
We are near two borders, and there are a lot of children that are flocking in here in Nkomazi.
So siyajabula masesitile ukuthi letinye tetinkinga nitawukhona kusinceda nokuthi siphuma njani kulabantwana labagcwele emakhaya ethu labanye babo banganawo netitifiketi kodwa ekugcineni kufanele baye kuphi basitakale babe setikolweni.
We are happy that you are here so that you can assist us, because we have got a lot of children that are from outside the borders and they are in our homes, and the challenge that we are facing is that most of them do not have birth certificates so that they can be able to go to school.
So endlini uma imvelo seyisithuma
In the house, if we need the bathrooms,
uphuma ngalomnyango lo longene ngawo
you go out through the door that you used when you came in.
esandleni sakho sesekudla utawubona tindlu tangasese.
On the right-hand side, you will see the bathrooms.
Labakhulu bethu batawukhuphukela ngale ngemuva tikhona tindlu tangasese ngalena.
The ones that are in front are going to go up the bathrooms behind.
So ngekusho njalo ngiyanimukela ngiyabonga mphathi sihlalo.
Thank you, Chair, and you are welcome.
Thank you so much. Mama,
Siyabonga, Mama.
and your name again?
Emma.
Okay, thank you.
Siyabonga, Mama.
So we are relaxed, we know that we are welcome.
Sibusisekile ke ukuthi sathi ukuthi semukelekile.
We're now proceeding with our program.
Siyachubeka nehlelo lethu.
Don't mind the up and downs in these tables because we are sorting ourselves out.
Ningakhathateki ngekunyakata lokulapha etafuleni
The chairs that are
kunasakulungisa.
here can disorganize us.
Leti tulo lesinato tingasenda ukuthi singahlaliseki kahle sihlangahlangana.
I will let now our MPs to introduce themselves.
Ngithanda nyalo ukuthi emalunga langaphambili atatise.
That will also happen to you when you want to speak.
Naloko kutowendeka kuwe
You
uma
must
ngabe ufuna
first
ukukhuluma.
introduce yourself
Kumele ukuthi uqale ngekuthi utatise ukuthi ngingubani ligama lami nesibongo.
for us to know each other.
Kuze ukuthi satane.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Honorable Aris, you may start.
Good morning.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Letitia Aris,
Nginguletisha Alice,
a member of this portfolio committee of social development.
lilunga laleli committee lelibuya ka social development.
And I'm glad that you are here today.
Ngijabule kakhulu ukuthi nilana namuhla.
Thanks for sacrifice your time
Siyabonga ukuthi nithathe isikhathi senu
for the interests of our children in the country.
ukuze kuthi nikhone ukuthi nibone lokukahle for
Thank
abantwana.
you. Thank you.
Ngiyabonga.
Sanbonani,
Good morning.
kunjani? Yeah, you must be relaxed.
Kumele ukuthi ninetheteke.
We can see that you are keeping the time here in this province
Siyabona ukuthi kulendzawo kulesifundza niyasigcina isikhathi.
and you respect respect the rules and the policies.
and niyayilandzela imigomo nemithetho.
The mere fact that you left everything and it's on Saturday today to make up our homes and clean and wash our washings, but you are here.
Nekuthi nisniketele isikhathi bekumele ukuthi ngabe nisekhaya niyaklina nenda iwashing kepha ke nikhetse ukuthi nithathe lesikhathi
Siyabonga.
sibe nani. Thank you.
Siyabonga about that. Igama lami ndinguNonkosi. Inkosikazi yakwamvana. Nonkosi is my name.
Ligama lami nginguNonkosi
Inkosikazi yakwamvana.
Mvana,
Mvana. Mrs. Mvana, in other words.
Mrs. Mvana.
Ndililungu lekomiti.
I'm the member of the committee.
Nibuya le ekoloni.
I'm from Colony.
I'm glad to be with you here.
Ngijabule kakhulu ukuthi ngibe nani lapha.
Dumelang,
Sanibonani? Ligama lami nginguJane wakamangane. Ngijabula kakhulu ukuthi ngibone bomake labanengi kangaka.
mangwana o tshwara thipa ka bogaleng.
If you are a mother, you have to face the world. It's because I'm happy to see you being so many in this hall. I am a member of this committee of the social development.
So ke tshepa hore re tla sepedisana pila ka jeko ke a leboga.
I hope that we run this program accordingly. Thank you.
Goeiemorgen. Good morning.
Sanibonani?
My name is Mari Sukkers.
Please say that again, ma'am.
My name is Mari Sukkers.
Mari Sutes.
Mari Sukkers.
Ligama lami ngingumari Sukes.
I'm a member of this committee,
Ngililunga laleli committee.
and I want to say thank you that you came out this morning.
Ngithanda ukuthi ngiyabonga ukuthi niphumile neta namhlanje na ekseni.
This is an important part of our democracy.
Lesi sigaba lesibaleke kakhulu kule nkhululeko yethu
To have the conversation about the laws.
ukuthi sixoxisane mayelana nemithetho.
And this law, the Children's Amendment Bill,
Ke lona mthetho lo mayelana nekuchibiyelwa kwemthetho webantwana
is a very important law.
ubaluleke kakhulu.
And we need all organizations, individuals, and community members to speak to us.
Sidinga ukuthi onke emalunga nemphakathi nato tonke tinhlangano letitsite tikhulume nathi
About this.
mayelana nalokho.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Sanbonani. Goeiemorgen. My name is Liesel van der Merwe.
Ligama lami nginguLizel van der Merwe.
I am a member of this portfolio committee.
Ngililunga laleli committee, le portfolio committee.
I'm from Cape Town in the Western Cape.
Ngisuka lapha eCape Town.
And I want to thank all of you for taking time on a Saturday to spend it with us, members of parliament.
Sandza kunibonga nonke ukuthi nithathe isikhathi senu nite nitosichitha nathi namuhla lana kulanga le Saturday.
And I want to assure you that we've come to listen to you today.
Ngifuna kuniketa isiqiniseko ukuthi site kutonilalela namuhla.
I know they always say members of parliament are either speaking or sleeping. I know that's a joke, but we've come to listen to you today and hope that you will share all your insights with us.
Ngiyati ukuthi baye bathi emalunga eParliament ayakhuluma wona kepha namuhla site ukuthi sitowuva luvo lwenu.
And we assure you that we'll take your issues back to Parliament and make sure that it influences the process of amending this Children's Amendment Bill.
Nginiketa siqiniseko sekuthi ke lokhu lendawo sinikusho sitakuthatha sihambe nako and bese senda siqiniseko sekuthi kudlala lichaza lelithite kulokuchibiyelwa.
So thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with you today.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngiyajabulela kuba nani namuhla.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alexandra Abrams. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to a frank and honest conversation with you today. Thank you.
Sanibonani ligama lami ngingu-Alexandra Abrams. Ngiyajabula ukuthi sibe nani namuhla lana ekseni.
Sanibonani. Ninjani namhlanje. Igama lami nguBridget Masango.
Ligama lami ngingu-Bridget Ngwakamasango.
Ngiyilungu laleli committee.
I'm a member of this committee.
Nami ngithanda ukudlulisa amazwi okubonga
I would like to say thank you
ukuthi nilalele uma sinimema ukuthi nibe nathi namhlanje.
that when you were invited, you listened so that you could be with us today.
Ngithande futhi nokuqinisekisa ukuthi izincomo enizoba nazo namhlanje
I would like to also say and thank God that whatever inputs that you will be having today,
njengomuntu obaziyo laba abasiphethe nabasebenzisana nathi abahleli la.
as a person who knows the ones that are heading us and the ones that are with us working together,
Ngiyazi ukuthi esinye nesinye isincomo esizoba khona namhlanje siyoba ingxenye yalokhu abazokusebenza ukuze lo mthetho esize ngawo namhlanje ugcine usiza abantwana baleli lizwe.
I would like to inform you that whatever input that you are going to bring today, it is going to be used in making better the bill of the children.
Engathi ke inkosi nganibusisa sisakhulumisana.
May the Lord bless you as we will be speaking together.
Thank you very much, honorable members.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu kumalunga.
We're now proceeding with our program.
Siyachubeka manje nehlelo lethu.
We are here as members of parliament because this is part of public participation or
Sila-
part of the processes in which members of the public are given an opportunity to participate or to give inputs.
Silana njengelilunga ngemalunga asekomiti aseparlamente kuze silana njenge likomiti lelisuka eParliament kuze kuthi sixoxisane nani kube nalokuthite leni kushoko.
We are here to listen to you.
Sitelana kuthi sitolalela lokhu leni kushoko.
When you raise your issues,
Uma nibeka luvo lwenu
your comments,
noma nisho lokuthite
your challenges or your critics,
netingcinamba lenibhekana nato naloko lokungahambi kahle
as well as your recommendations.
kanjalo
As well as recommendations.
naloko lokuthite leni tawuthi nikubeke.
The committee members are only here to listen to you.
Lamalunga elikomiti alana kuthi atolalela lokhu leni kushoko.
And later, after listening to your inputs,
Emva kokube sekalalele lokhu leni tawuthi nikubeke,
they are going to ask clarity-seeking questions.
atawube seke uma ngabe khona lokhu leni kubekile kwangavisiseki kahle sekafuna ke ukuthi niwacacisele ngekuthi abude imibuzo.
Meaning that after receiving the inputs or submission from you,
Lokusho ukuthi emva kokube senikubekile konke lokhu leni funa kukusho,
some of you are going to get questions from the honorable members.
labanye bethu batawuthola imibuzo leqhamuka kulamalunga
And the
lakhethekile.
questions
will be asked in order to get clarity of what you were presenting.
Lo mbuzo ke utobutelwa ukuthi bathole kucaciseleka kuloku lokubekile.
Hope we understand that.
Ngiyethemba siyevisisana.
We are here as members of the Portfolio Committee
Silana njengemalunga e-portfolio committee
because we want us to own the bill thereafter.
ngani ngoba sifuna ukuthi lona mthetho uthi ube wethu sonke.
Your amendment, your submissions are the ones that are going to guide us in order to have a bill at the end of the day.
Loku lenta kuletha lokutawuthi kuncede ukuthi kuchibiyele lona mthetho ngiko lokutobese sekuyanceda ukuthi kube yinto yinye
I do
nasekuphelele
believe that you are ready, you do have something that you want to tell us.
ngiyethemba ukuthi nilungele kunalokuthite lenifuna kusitshela kona.
I don't want to direct you,
Angifuni ke ukuthi nginihole ukuthi nihambe kanjani,
but I want us as a committee to listen to what you have.
kepha ke ngifuna ukuthi thini njengelikomiti silalele loku leninako.
So we'll be starting now.
Sitocala manje.
We'll do it by the show of hands.
Sitakwenda ke lokho ngekuthi umuntu aphakamise isandla.
I will take a certain number from this side
Kunenombolo lethite lengidayithatha kulolu hlangothi,
and the other number from that other side.
kube nenombolo lethite lengidoyithatha futhi
So
kulolu
if you raise your hand,
uma uphakamisa isandla sakho,
you'll be picked that side to come to this row.
utawukhonjwa bese soyabuya uba kuleli line
So
lapha
people from
emkhathini.
both sides will be sitting on the chairs here.
Lok-
You can repeat that, ma.
Lokusho ukuthi bantu labachamuka kuleti nhlangothi totimbili labathe baphakamisa tandla bakhonjwa batobe sese babuya bahlala lapha kuleti tulo.
So that's how we are going to do our things.
Ngulendlela lesitawuthi sisebenze ngayo.
I've heard that there are other people outside,
Ngivile ukuthi kunalabanye abantu labasese ngaphandle.
and we can see that the hall is too small.
Siyabona ukuthi lihola lethu lincane.
I don't know if we can agree that those who are not going to ask questions or to raise something with
Angat-
us,
Tike ukuthi singavumelana yena ukuthi labo labangeke baze babute imibuzo o labangeke baphakamise tandla babute lokuthite kithi.
if they can give space to those who want to raise or to bring in submissions.
Banganiketa lithuba lekuthi labo labafuna kusho lokuthite labaneluvo loluthite babaniketa lithuba lekuthi bangene bathole indzawo.
I'd also love to check if there are official members from different departments inside this hall.
Ngithanda nekuhlola ukuthi ngabe bakhona yini lababuya kumikhakha lehlukahlukene or kuma departments lahlukahlukene.
That we
Laba
can
lapha
ask
ngaseholeni.
them also to assist in giving space inside the hall.
Lesingabacela nabo ukuthi bancedise ukuthi banikete indzawo.
Do we have any officials?
Sinawo ema-officials lapha ngaphakathi.
It's only one.
Munye kuphela.
Do we have social workers inside this hall?
Ema-social worker akhona lapha ngaphakathi eholeni.
Eh, Nkosi yami. Mama, which department are you coming from?
Ubuya kiphi kuliphi litiko? Sorry?
No. I'm not talking about you, you can sit.
Ungahlala mama.
But we have to find a way of sorting this conjunction inside in
Kepha-
order to let those that are outside in.
Kepha ke kumele ukuthi sithole indlela lesitawulungisa ngayo njengalokhu sigcwele la ngaphakathi kuze ukuthi laba labangaphandle bakhona ukuthi bangene.
Can we raise our hands, those who want to make submissions?
Sicela labo labafuna kusho lokuthite baphakamise tandla.
I see the gentleman that side, 1, the lady, 2, mama, 3, 4, the gentleman at the back, 5, there is mama there.
Yebo ngibalela abasihlanu ngala ngasesihlangothini lesenqele.
Is there any hand that I'm leaving out this side?
Ngabe khona sandla lengisishiyako ngala kuleli hlangothi la ngasenxele?
Okay. This side,
Ngala kuleli hlangothi lesekudla,
I see one.
ngibona munye. Sinye sandla.
Go and join them that side, Mama.
Ngena make
Is there
ba.
any other hand from this side?
Tikhona letinye tandla ngala ehlangothini lesekudla.
Two.
Nasi sesibili.
Is there any other hand?
Singabe sikhona lesinye sandla?
No.
Kude kwamanje.
Okay. So we are going to start.
Sitoqala manje.
You start by mentioning your name,
Utawuqala ngokuthi
even the place where you're coming from,
Utisho
or the
ukuthi-
structure that you are representing.
utisho ukuthi
Then you tell us whether you support the bill or not.
utawuqala ngokuthi utisho ukuthi ungubani wakabani usuka kuphi nekuthi ukuliphi ligatsha bese ke soyasho ukuthi manje ngabe lo mthetho
Thank you very
uyawuvukela
much.
Siyabonga.
You can start. Papa,
Ungaqala baba.
over to you. Come closer to the mic.
Angisathathe lithuba ngibingelele endlini.
I would like to take this opportunity to greet everyone in the house.
Ngibonge kumphathi sihlelo.
Thank you, Chair.
Ligama lami wathi make ngimandla inkosi ngwakajuma sibonga.
My name is Mandlenkosi Ntumba.
Ngihlala khona la eWard 23
I'm staying at Ward 23.
ngiseva ku Ward Committee.
I'm serving in the Ward Committee.
Le nginako le ngifuna ukuphakamisa ngiyayisupporta le bill kokuthi ngokuthi akwayo itawulungisa into letiningi.
I support the bill and according to my knowledge, it is going to fix a lot of things.
Ya ngehlelo le kuthi bantwana sinabantwana labaningi njoba ashilo losimukele la kokuthi sisema sitini emavela amabili
We have got
lesiduze nawo.
We have got a lot of children, as the one who welcomed us mentioned, that we are next to the borders of two countries.
So lokungathi kuyingcilamba lenkulu lesibukane nayo si khona la eWard 23
The main problem that we are facing here in Ward 23,
kukuhleleka kwetindzawo lesihleli kuto.
it's the demarcation of the places that we are staying in.
Tindzawo lesihleli kuto atikhoni kubaleka kokuthi lapha kunabani wakabani lapha kuhlala kanjani. Kungako kugcine kutholakala sekunebantu labaningi le uthole ukuthi ke kuba nalawo bantwana labangakhoni ukuthi babe nalama document okuba khona kuyothola imfundo.
On statistics side, it is not easy to count how many people are in this area, staying in this area, and that is why you find that there are a lot of children that do not have documents and are unable to go to school.
Ngoba ke lokho sekwenda ukuthi gcine labantwana babantwana laba babonzi ngasithebeni la emgwaqeni bangakhoni ukuthi bathole lokho kufanele bakuthole ngokwemfundo.
Because you find out that these children are roaming around the streets and they are unable to get what they are supposed to get, and they are also unable to be educated.
Yeah, so ngokuta kwenu ke sinalethemba lokuthi ke lo mthetho utawenda kokuthi sihleleke sathi ukuthi lapha kunabani kunebantwana labanjani kwendeka ini size sikhone ukuthi siphephe ngoba labantwana ekugcineni bagcine baba ngileti gebengu letanzisa manje kokuthi kube ne crime learning ngoba umntwana angakayi esikoleni angendi lutho ekhaya ugcina vele abangiloko.
The fact that you have come here, it will assist us to be organized and know that we have these children, because the fact is, if there are children that are not going to school, they end up roaming around the streets.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The second one.
Sonzela mama.
I've forgotten to mention that we give you only 5 minutes
Ngikhohliwe kusho ukuthi siniketa nje imizuzu lesihlanu kuphela
in order to give time also to the others.
kuze ukuthi sinikete labanye lithuba.
Thank you very much. You may continue.
Siyabonga, ngachubeka mama.
Sanibonani.
I greet you all.
Ninjani?
How are you?
Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthola leli thuba
I'm
kuba phambi kwelikomiti.
grateful to get this opportunity to stand in front of the committee.
Le parliament in le committee. Social development, yes, social development. So mina ligama lami ngimuwendi.
I'm grateful to be in front of the Committee of the Social Development. My name is Wendy.
Ngingithishela wasenkulisa.
I'm a teacher from an ECD.
Ngabona sidingo enzaweni engihlala khona abantwana boma kwabo baye emisebentini ukuthi angivule i-ECD center.
I saw the need that the mothers are going to work and there are children, so I should open an ECD center.
So lokukhona kumetima kakhulu ngifuna kukusho ukuthi sidibana nemetima kakhulu laphaya.
Since I opened the ECD, we are facing a lot of problems ever since it was opened.
Le mindeni lengivulelele kulisa ma poor background.
The families that have opened the ECD for, they are from poor families.
Bayahluleka sometimes ukubhadara laphayana etinkulisa.
Sometimes they are unable to pay in the ECD.
Siyabaphekela abantwana laphayana.
We cook for the children.
Lese sikhathi kuba bede kudla ukuthi sinike labantwana ngoba bangakabhadari school fees.
Sometimes there is no food to cook and give the children because they have not paid school fees.
Kunebantwana labangabalethisa nhlobo batali bathi baswele loyo 50 rand wokubhadara lapha e-ECD.
There are children that are not brought at all because the parents are afraid that they will not be in a position. They are afraid of paying the 50 rands that they have to pay. There are times where I wish that I could take all the children, but unfortunately I do not even know what to give them. Some of the places where we have opened the ECDs, like in my instance, I am in a shack.
Nakunatimvula kuyanetha kungene mandi ungathi nje ukuthi kufuna wende njani nalabantwana.
When it is raining, the rain comes in and you don't even know what to do with the children.
Ngike ngifise nokuvala but ngenxa yelithando nokuthatha labantwana ngibahlanganise ngibakhulise ngihluleke lokuvala.
There are times when I feel like closing the ECD, but unfortunately because of the love and the children that are here, I'm unable to close.
Siyacela shem ukuthi thine botishela betinkulisa nibuyise sifundise ethu.
We are requesting that may you please bring back our dignity as the ECD
Ngoba
teachers.
sibonakala ngathi asendi lutho basibukelela phasi ngoba lesi sikhathi kuyaphela 3 months ngingakaholi ngoba ngikhola ngale income yalabantwana.
Because we are looked down upon because there are some instances where 3 months passes and I do not get a salary because I get
Ngesikhathi se-COVID vele kwaphela umnyaka wonke singatholi lutho ngiyabonga.
There was a time during the COVID times when there was some time where we did not get anything up until COVID was over. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning to everyone.
Ngibingelela wonke losendlini tikhulu tami letibuya ku province ka social development.
I greet everyone from the province and also the ones that are from the social development.
Ligama lami nginguRegina Ngwakazitha, member ye-ward committee la eBoschfontein.
My name, usel gama lakho?
Regina Zitha.
My name is Regina Zita from the ward committee here in this area.
Kufisha kakhulu lengitakucela namuhla umlingani wami lo phambi kwami bese kakushilo lokunye kepha ngifuna kufaka lokuncane la kushiyile.
It is not much that I'm going to say yet or request today. The one who had spoken before me has said a lot, but then there is just a bit that she did not mention.
Jabula kakhulu ukuthi liParliament litekithi stokhona kuthula tikhalo tethu.
We are very happy that the members of the parliament came down to us so that we can give the issues that we have.
Ngisakhamutisa lapha ngikubonile bantwana lengakhelene nabo labaswele labanganawo ma birth certificate.
I am a person who is living around the area. I have seen needy children and I have also seen children that do not have a birth certificate.
abakhoni kuya esikoleni, abakhoni kwenda lutho, abanayo indzawo yokudlala mhlambe balibateke ukuthi bangakhoni kuganga.
They are unable to go to school, they do not have a place, and they don't even have a place where they can be able to play.
Labanye babo in young ages, abasena batali.
Some of them, they are very young, but they no longer have parents.
Ngaloko ngiyacela kakhulu ukuthi lokhu lengikucelaku kwendeke ngoba sizama kuvikela kusibantwana bangantshontshi ngoba abakhoni kuya esikoleni, abakhoni kudlala babe nendzawo lesecured lapho bagcineka khona njengoba bese bayishilo ngiyabonga.
I am requesting that may the children be assisted because they are unable to go to school and they also do not have a place where they can play. I'm requesting that may the children be assisted.
Mama Regina,
Mama Regina.
do you support the bill or not?
Ngabe lo mthethosivivinyo uyawumukela noma cha? I do support the bill.
Mom Wendy, do you support the bill?
Ngabe uyawumukela lo mthethosivivinyo?
Okay, my love, thank you so much. I want to repeat this. I said we are allowed to use any language
Ngichazile ukuthi
that you
singasebenzisa
prefer.
noma ngabe ngiluphi lulwimi lofisa ukukhuluma ngalo.
Kumita vulavula kahle. Vulavula ni ririmi leri mi ri twisisaka mi ri kotaku kahle. Mi ta veka timhaka ta n'wina kahle. Okay.
That you can speak well, speak with the language that you understand best.
Thank you very much. Mama?
Siyabonga mama.
Sanibonani malunga la hloniphekile.
Greetings to you honorable members.
Siyalibonga liParliament noma mhlambi portfolio yaka social development.
We would like to thank the portfolio committee and the parliament and also the portfolio of the social development.
Kuthi mane ite vakasha noma mhlambe ite hlangana nemalunga ala kamkhatshwa.
As you have come to visit us or to meet with the members of the Mkhatshwa Tribal Authority.
Yes. Siyabonga ke mina kusho ukuthi angitisho kuqala bese ngikhohliwe sengiyakhumbula ukuthi angitithule kuqala wo mina ngingimake Sabet Nkosi.
My name is Sabet Nkosi. I've forgotten that I had to introduce myself first.
Yebo. Se loku ngiko nje angisho kokuqala ngithi ngiyayisupporta le document.
What I can say is that I do support the bill.
Ngoba kusho ukuthi ukucisha kusho ukuthi kutaba kunenge njengoba ngithulile ngilalelisisa kahle ngivile sesilomunye abala khona la asho athi lokhu lento akukhuluma la lokunivisa abhlungu ningakhathateki ukuthi angeke sikuhambise siyokuhambisa.
As I've heard one lady mentioning that you should not be worried. What we are going to talk about here, we are going to take it up.
Siyokuhambisa kuyoviwa phambili laba sithume khona ngoba silanje sing social development nithunyiwe.
So that the ones that have sent us to come down to you can listen to what you had said.
Futhi kutawubuye kwenteke lokhu lesikhala ngako la.
So that what we are complaining about here, we could be assisted with.
Sengiyabonga sengena engcikithini yami ke la kunabantwana labama orphan.
In this area we do have children that are orphans.
Ngifuna ukukhuluma ngento lekhona bang 5 labala kukhona lele ngikhuluma ngabo bayi 5.
There are 5 children, the ones that I'm talking about.
Bebatali banye.
They are from the same parents.
Yes. Selabantwana sekunesikhathi leside vele kuqalile le process yekuzama kulungisela labantwana.
The process of assisting the children, it has dragged for a long time.
Uzamile lomnye make noma batabakhona labanye labatawukuva but kona kubhlunganyana because ngiphatha nemuntu lotabe ahambile ngeke ngisho ligama lakhe but bantu la ngihlala nabo bayathi ukuthi ngisho bani.
There is a certain lady that had tried to assist, but people that are staying around the area where I'm staying, they will know who I am talking about.
Kuthe after 2011 ngathi mhlanga ngiyolithola lithuba ngingene ngitawukuma ngilimele liqiniso ukuthi labantwana laba baze batholakala basitakala.
And after 2011, I told myself that I will stand for the truth in a way that these children could get assistance.
Ngiqalile ke kulomnyaka lophelile ngaqala ngasukuma not bengiqale kulomnyaka ngiqale before.
I have started before last year.
Nga-explaina ngabo labantwana ngoba bengati lo make beka letinye indawo bekahamba nami.
Because the lady who was assisting the children was going with me in some other areas, and I have started and I have explained.
Ngaqala ngase sengiyakhuluma ngathi ke manje emandla senginawo ngoba senginemandla ngifuna kuzama kulungisela labantwana.
I told them that now that I have the strength to assist these children, I want to assist these children.
Labantwana inkinga yabo ke ngaya ka social development lengubonga ko ka social development shothi ngikhuluma endaweni le right ngoba naba namhla bakona.
About the children, I went to the social development offices, and I am happy today that I am in a right place because they are here.
Bafika basilalela lesikhalo lengiqhamuka naso bazama baphenya lokhu information beyiloku ikhona baloku bayibekile kodwa kungekho bantu labalandelela.
And when I was in the social development offices, they searched from their system and they found out that there is something about the children, but there was no one who was following it up.
Ngathi nangu mina sengikhona ngiyalandelela.
I told them that I am here, I am following it up.
Ngalandelela ngabatshela lengibatshela kona ngabatshela bangitshela kona. I
followed it up, and the officers at the social development followed it up also, and they told me that they will come back to me and tell me about the outcome.
Center lapha eScone Plus bafonela bathi siyeta sine workshop lapho.
One day at Stone Plaza, in the center, they told me that they are coming, they have a workshop in the area.
Bangifonela base center bangitshela bathi bayeta baka social development eSkumansdal.
From the center, the officers contacted me and told me that the members of social development from Skumansdal are coming.
And also Sis Kate from social development phoned for me.
And Sister Kate also contacted me from the social development.
So, ibhlungu le ndaba yalabantwana never sengigcina sengifaka nalenye ilimi kanti bengifuna lokukhuluma kahle.
The issue of the children is painful. I'm adding another language, yet I wanted to speak freely.
Lengamtshela kona Sis Kate ngathi Sis Kate ngiyakuva ukuthi nithi niyeda.
What I told Sister Kate is that I can hear that you said you are coming.
Ngathi mangabe nita danini kahle niqhamuke nalemphumela yalaba bantwana laba.
I told her that when you are coming, may you please come with the results of the children that we have spoken about.
And lento le ngayicela wenda sure nabo nalabalunga abo lamanye amsho ngisamkhumbula kahle ukuphathwa kakhoza lo sesi benda sure ukuthi bayayifuna le information ne answer yakhona babuya nayo.
And Sister Kate came. I do not remember the name of the one she came with, but the surname is Koza. They made sure that they searched about the information and they came with the information.
Yes, bangitshela ukuthi mage information sitholile la sekusele nethi sithole lelunga lemndeni munye lelihlalela ngilupho.
And now they told me that they found the information.
Misalena 2 minutes, Mama.
They only
to wrap up your story.
To find the family member who is staying at Langolup. Mama so selene mizuzu maybe.
Okay. Kwaseke kwatholakala ukuthi sebayaya bayomsesha bayithola information. Ngathi nasengiya ke kwase sokubalula ukuthi banginike ama document yalabantwana senginawo but inkinga yami manje.
Okay. And it was now easier because the social development officers went to search for the member and found the information, and they were able to give me the documents. I do have the documents now.
Inkinga yami manje ika Department of Health because ka Department of Health emakhati bawenda kanye.
My problem now is with the Department of Health because they only produce the cards only once.
lamanye akhona ikhonele le family yalabantwana ukuthi igcina bona amakhathi laphuma la angene la aphuma la angene la gcina lokunye vele kulahleka along the way.
And you find out that if the documents of a person moves from this place to another place and to another place, they end up get missing.
Ngizamile ngaya nabo last month kwathola ukuthi lamanye ema document lokho kwangala ngaphandle kwalamakhathi asalahlekile, then kuyi problem because ngiyafuna kubalungelo labantwana.
And I tried to get some of the cards, the clinic cards for the children, but unfortunately the outside cover is missing, and it is my wish to assist the children.
And lenye information fanele ngiyilande eclinic elangiluphi sister wakhona lomkhulu uyagula.
And some of the information I have to get it from Langeloop, and the sister is on sick leave.
Yes, lama assistant angeke akhona ukuthi angincede, so le delay yalokusitakala kwalabantwana yenda njani ihamba slow.
And the assistants have tried to assist me, but then the process, it is now going very slow so that the children could be assisted.
Sengiyabonga leya labantwana leyo enda lapho.
Thank you.
Bengicela nje ukukhuluma lokhu kuncane.
Mama, Mam Sabat, if you have something, you can write it down. You take it to that table. Next one.
Sanbonan.
Greetings to you all.
Ligama lami Inos Mhlanga.
My name is Inos Mhlanga.
Lohlala la Ward 23 Boschfontein.
Sorry, Baba. Ligama lakho uthong bani?
Inos Mhlanga.
My name is Inos Mhlanga. Uhlala kuphi?
Ward 23 Boschfontein.
I'm staying at Ward 23 in Boschfontein.
Ngisebendela bukhosi.
I am working for the traditional council.
Lokungona lengungiletha la.
What brought me here?
Ngibonge kakhulu ukuthi embeleni I-social distance. I mean department ibuye itosi vakashela la.
I'm grateful that the department, social department, has come to visit us here.
Indzaba lenkulu leyona lesinayo thine lesisebentela ubukhosi.
The main challenge that we are having as the ones who are working for the traditional council.
Sinebantwana labayibona labakhona, especially lengathi sebakhulakhulile kodwa tincwadzi temvumo yabo nganqa yalamave lamabili lasihlanganisa la.
We have children that have grown up, but unfortunately they do not have documents, as we have mentioned, we have the two bordering countries.
Inkinga yakhona labantwana lengathi sebakhulile basiniketa inkinga ngokuba.
The problem is that the children that have grown up are giving us a problem because
inkinga yabo labantwana, especially labafana,
more especially the boys, their problem,
kutholakala ukuthi babuya ngaphandle.
You find that they are from outside the borders of the country.
Babuye bato mithisa abantwana bethu la.
And they impregnate our girls in this country.
Sebamithisile bantwana sebatholile bantwana kodwa abasana bameli.
And you find that when the girls have given birth, you find that uthola kusabanani?
Abasana meli weyise wemntali walomntwana sowuhambile.
Or they do not have the father figure. The father has left the lady who has given birth.
Kungako ngima laphambi kwebisobeni ukuthi ne indzaba lefana nalabantwana lababuya ngaphandle bebafana batosimoshela abantwana bethu
I-
ukuthi singayivala ngayiphi indlela.
I am standing here so that we could be assisted in the issue of the boys that are coming from outside the borders of the country and come into the country and spoil our children.
Ngiloko sikhalo sami lengimele sona ngokuba ngaka senginebantwana. Nginebantwana labayibona lesengiba ondlayo la kodwa boyise wabo babalekile ngathi uzintabathola ngayiphi indlela.
I am standing here because I've got children that I am now maintaining because their fathers have ran away and I don't know how I could assist these children by maintaining them.
Ngiyabonga kuze ngithole lelithuba lokuthi ngitokuma la phambi kwebusebenu.
Thank you for getting this opportunity to stand in front of you.
Thank you very much, Papa.
Siyabonga baba.
Chairperson and
Cela
all
isihlalo.
members of the parliament, I greet you all.
Ngiyanibingelela nani nonke malunga committee leLibeya eParlamente
And all protocol observed.
na kubo bonke ngegaba
Igama
ngokuhlukahlukana.
lami nguSibongile
My name is Sibongile.
ngwakamtaka.
My surname is Mtaka.
Ngiqhamuka eWard 16.
I am from Ward 16.
Ngiyahambisana nalomthetho womgomo lokhona la kulendlu.
I support the bill.
Ngite lapha ngisebenza ka ECD services.
I am here because I'm working for the ECD services.
Ngisebenza engulisa, ngisebenza ngabantwana labancane.
I'm working with the small children.
Isikhalo sami lenginaso lapha ngicela ukucela.
I'm here because I've come to request.
Kufika kweni kulendzawo sijabule kakhulu sibona ngathi kufike uNkulunkulu uqobo lwakhe.
For you to come to this place, we are very happy. To us, it's like God Himself has come down.
Lengicela ukucela la ngicela ukucela ukuthi liParliament njengoba selifikile la.
My request is that I'm requesting that as the Parliament has come down here,
Bese lokho sinzinza singathi ukuthi sitawukhala kuphi sitawubikela bani.
we were going from places to places and not knowing where to cry to and where to report to.
So sikhala lesinaso sikhala ngokuthi thina sisebenza engulisa sisebenza ngabantwana abancane kakhulu.
As people working in the ECD, we are working with very, very small children.
Kodwa sibona ngathi asikanakeki ku government.
We see that we are not taken care of by the government.
Ngithi lesicala umntwana asaqhamuka ekhaya angathi lutho angathi ngisho nokubamba iCrayon.
We are the ones that start working with the child while the child is coming from home, not even in a position to hold a crayon.
Simfundise kuhlala eklasini attend anakeke ahlale nabanye abantwana khona ukudlana nabanye abantwana.
We teach the child to sit in the class, play with other children, and be in a position to be with other children. When the child has been developed in all the spheres,
ahambe aye la kuthiwa khona ka grade R.
the child will then now go to grade R.
Uma kafika le ka grade R uqhamuka sewunelwathi loluningi kakhulu abasahlupheki labo tishela baka grade R.
When the child reaches grade R, the child has a lot of knowledge. The teachers in grade R do not suffer that much.
Kodwa thina asitholi lutho.
But there is nothing that we are getting.
So into lesikhala ngayo sikhala ngokuthi sicela ukuthi liParliament lambe liyokhuluma ngathi.
What we are requesting is that may the Parliament please go and talk or discuss about us,
Kusi basibonelele kakhulu tukwetimali.
so that we could be assisted in funds.
Yebo siyathola stipend kodwa le stipend la ngasithola sona thina esikhulwa inhloko.
And we do get a stipend, but
Asikhoni ngisho nokuya emadolobheni sothengela abantwana bethu.
the day we get it, we are even unable to go to town to buy for our children.
Sigcina ngokuthenga emandiyeni.
We end up going to buy from the Indian shops.
So siyacela kakhulu ukuthi liParliament njengoba lifikile la.
We are requesting that as the Parliament has come down here,
Sifuna kubona impilo yethu intshintshile kusasa.
we would like to see our lives changing starting from tomorrow,
Nathi basibukelele ekutukweliholo.
so that we could be assisted in connection with our salaries.
Kwesibili lesikucelako.
Secondly, what we are requesting for,
Sicela ukuthi njengalokho bafikile baphathi bethu la.
we are requesting that as our leaders has come down here,
kwangathi bangasendela njengasetikoleni
May they please assist us as they are doing in schools.
basithengele lokudla bete batosinika lo lebafuna sikuphekele labantwana
In connection with buying the food and bringing it to us so that they can give us what we should cook for the children.
kuze singabanzwa inhloko ngoba le mali lesiyitholako ayikhona ukwenda yonke le misebenzi
So that we cannot have a problem or headache due to the fact that the money that we are receiving, it is unable to cover everything that we have to do.
ngiyabonga
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga, ma'am.
Sanibonani.
Greetings to everyone.
Ligama lami ngingu-Ideni ngwakamabila ngisuka eMagudu eWard 15. Eden.
Eden Mabila.
Mabila.
My name is Eden Mabila. I'm from Magudu, Ward 15.
Center manager.
I'm the center manager.
Lokhu ngilethela nginekujabula kakhulu ukuthi ngikhona phambi kwebaphathi bami.
What brought me here?
Lebengabadi ngiva nje ukuthi kunebaphathi.
What-
Lebe nginetikhalo ngadi ukuthi ngingaditshela bani.
What brought me here is that I'm very happy to be in front of my leaders that I did not know, and I had some challenges that I did not even know who to tell.
Ngiyayimukela le bill ngiyayivuma.
I do accept the bill.
Kwekuqala nginesicelo ngiphinze ngibe nembuto lengajabula kuphuma kulendzawo ngiphendulekile kuyo.
Firstly, I have a comment and I also have a question, and I would be very happy if I move out of this place and my answers have been given.
Ngivulile inkulisa lapha eMagudu nginelithando lolukhulu.
I opened an ECD at Magudu and I had a lot of love.
Ngikubona futhi lo bekwendeka ngebantwana bayadlengulwa bomake baphumile baye emisebenzini.
Seeing what was happening to the children because children are raped while the parents have gone out to work.
Ku village lengihlala kuyo iphuwa kakhulu batali abaningi bakhona ngasho ukuthi 100% yala 100% 99 batali ngilala basebenza emaplazini.
And the village that I'm coming from is a poor village. I could say 99% of the parents are the ones that are working in farms.
Njengoba ngishito ukuthi ngivula inkulisa nginelithando but nyalo angisanalithando ngenkulisa.
As I've mentioned that I opened an ECD because I had love for doing the job, but now I no longer have the love of an ECD.
Ngisuke ekhaya ngine stress sami ngifunzile ukuthi mangifike egedeni enkulisa ngisishiye ngene ngitona kabantwana but mangifike center ngibe ne stress lesikhulu kundlula lengiqhamuke nasekhaya.
I had taught myself that if I have my own stresses from home, I would come and leave it at the gate and get inside the gate and work. But unfortunately, I find that when I get inside, I encounter a lot of stress more than the one that I came with from home.
Yini lengibanga ngibe ne stress ukuthi labantwana lenginabo kufanele ngibe nebantwana laba health okay ngibe nebantwana labaphile kahle.
What gives me stress is that in the ECD, I must have children that are well and healthy.
Lekufanele bafunze.
And the children must learn.
Lekufanele ngibathandze.
I have to love the children.
Badle.
And they must also eat.
Ngobe basuke emakhaya la bangakhoni kudla.
Because they have, some of them left homes where they are unable to get food.
But nginale belief yokuthi mabafike center labantwana batawudla bakhule babe healthy.
But I have the belief that when the children comes to the center, they will grow and be able to eat.
Abakutholi kwekudla esenta.
But unfortunately, they do not get food in the center.
Sizathu ukuthi DSD ungitshele ukuthi utanginika imali yokuthi badle bantwana kuholelwe bothishela kumbe kuholelwe tisebenzi.
The challenge is that DSD has promised me that the department is going to subsidize me, where the children are going to be able to get food, and also the workers are also going to be paid their salaries.
Ngiba register bantwana ngithi mangisubmit out of 130 ebantwana ngitholakala ukuthi bangifunda nga60 ebantwana.
And I would register the children, and you find that from 130 children, I'm only funded for 60 children.
Le two yebantwana out of lo 130 batali babo bayasebenta but lo 68 abasebenzi.
2 children from the 130, their parents are working, but the 68, their parents are unemployed.
Le mali lebanginike yona bathe ngiprovide bantwana ngebreakfast ngelunch kune snack cards.
And the subsidy, I have to provide the children with breakfast and lunch, and they should also have a snack.
Tholakala ukuthi le mali lebanginike yona angikhona ukuthenga ukudla loku enough ukuthi badle labantwana.
And you will find that the month that I have been given, I am unable to buy food for the children so that they can eat.
Funa umntwana afike ecrash amuke anekhwashi ngobe angadli kahle ngalendlela bekulenzelekile.
You will find that the child will come to the ECD and go back home with a kwashiok because the child did not eat well as the child was supposed to eat.
Bengathi kokuthi batali bangilekelela nge-school fees but kwafika ligama kubaphathi bami labasetafuleni ukuthi umntwana angasabhadali school fees.
According to my knowledge, earlier on the parents were assisting with the school fees, but then it was mentioned that the children should no longer pay school fees.
Kuna anti lo phekako anti lo cleanako malume lekagada amonitor ligede aslimele engatsini.
I have a lady who is cleaning, we have a lady who is cooking, we also have a gentleman who is doing the gardening and also takes works as a security at the gate.
Abekho included kule subsidy lebangipha yona ka DSD.
And all the three,
njengoba bathi ngabhadali school fees kufanele bona bavuke batosebenta bathole ini ngibende njani mina.
and all the three are not included in the subsidy from the department, and if they come to work and the children are not paying school fees, what is it that I should give them?
Kuphele kudla I-term lebekufanele ukuthi phele ngayo isengafiki.
And you-
Bangithole ngipheka lokulonke uzabalazile nakhona bangifake licala.
And you will find that the term is not over, but the food is finished. And when the inspectors come and find that I have cooked something that I was not supposed to cook, I will be charged for that.
Kuphela 4 to 5 months ngaholi but ngiphume ekhaya ngashiya abantu bami ngithi ngiyozabalazela bona but kuphele 4 to 5 months ngaholi ngidlani.
You find that it's between 4 and 5 months where I move from home to come and work, and there is nothing that I'm eating because I do not get a salary.
Lele ngisebenza nabo bagcine batoyitoyele mina bathi mina ngimle ngidla imali kube imali nanama ngitholi ngithathe ama bank statement ngibakhombe noma ngayokhala kubaphathi bami lengisebenza nabo kude le ngikutholayo.
And you find that the ones that I'm working with go on strike, saying that I'm the one who used all the money, and I show them all the bank statements because I went to the ones that are above me to request, but there's nothing that I'm getting.
1 minute remaining.
Ngiyacela baphathi bami njengoba enisho ukuthi labantwana lesingabo la kufuna bakhule kahle siyacela nathi nisicabangele angeke ngibe volunteer more than 20 years.
I am requesting that you have to keep us in mind because I cannot be volunteering for 20 years.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the second group.
Siyabonga sitawuthatha iqembu lesibili.
I'm taking the second group. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 decide.
Ngiyabona basithupha kulolu hlangothi.
And then 1, 2, no, I'll take your hand later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I also see 6 hands that side.
Nangala kulolu hlangothi ngibona la lwangasekudla.
But I've got a request.
Kepha nginesicelo.
Nikombela ku hinga vulavuli leswi se va nga vulavula hi swona.
Ngicela ukuthi ningakhulumi lokhu letikhulumi letingaphambilini lesetivele tikukhulumile ningakuphinzi.
Please, leswi va nga swi vula hi nga vulavuli hi swona. Ku tikomba ku ri na vanhu vo tala and na hina ha ri na ndlela yo leha swinene ku yi famba.
So let us not repeat what others have said. We seem to have a lot more speakers, so we will be able to give them an opportunity as well.
The interpreter also is requesting, the table is requesting the interpreter to speak a little bit slower in order to get each and everything. So please. I was indicating that please don't repeat what has been said.
Bengisasho ukuthi ngicela ukuthi ningaphinzi lokhu lese bavele bakukhulumile.
Secondly,
Kwesibili,
some of the things are not going to be dealt with by social development.
letinye taletinvo akusilo lelitiko le social development lelitawutsi litilungise.
There are issues that can be handled in our municipality.
Kunaletinye tinvo lesingancedzwa kito ngulelitiko la masipala.
There are also issues that can be handled by the Department of Education.
Kunaletinye futsi tinvo letingalungiswa ngulelitiko letemfundvo.
Some by Health and Home Affairs.
Letinye tingalungiswa ngulelitiko letemphilo kanjalo nelitiko letasekhaya.
But we are promising you that whatever you are bringing in here,
Kepha-ke siyanithembisa ukuthi kuko konke lentotsi nikulethe lana,
we'll take it as a portfolio committee and hand it over to the relevant department.
siyakuthatha tsine njenge portfolio committee bese sikumikisa kulelitiko leli mayelana naleto tinto.
And sometimes, as parents also,
Ngalesinye isikhathi nathi
we don't
njengebadala
have to shift our responsibilities.
akukamelanga ukuthi lento lekumele ukuthi yendiwe ngithi bese siyikhweshisela ukuthi
Some
yendiwe
it
lomunye.
needs us as parents to take care of.
Letinye taletinvo tsine njengebatali kumele ukuthi tibhekane nathi.
And thank you very much. Over to you, Mama.
Sonze siyabonga sonzela mama. Mgcini sihlalo? Mgcini sihlalo?
All protocol observed.
Nato tonke tinhlanga.
Ligama lami nginguSimangele Ngwakaqwabe.
My name is Simangele Cwabe.
I'm from Heyday Educare Eskumane.
Usubuya kuphi?
Heyday Educare Eskumane.
I am from Haydel Educare in Schoemansdal.
Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi government implementa ibathupilo.
We are very happy that the government is implementing Batupilo,
Uthatha hulumende umletha emakhaya, umlethe ebantwini.
meaning that they are bringing the government to the people.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Would like to say thank you.
Angeke ngisanaba kakhulu kuningi lebakhulumile bozakwethu.
I won't say much, there is a lot that have been said.
Sikhalo sethu i-government iyasipha i-funding lamanye ama-crash.
Our concern is that the government do provide us with funding in some of the ECDs,
But i-funding yethu ayikho enough.
but the funding is not enough
Ngoba imali yesakhiwo abayifaki.
because they do not assist us with the building fund.
Manje isikhathi se-COVID.
And this is the time for COVID.
Funa si-comply etikoleni.
We have to comply with the regulations in schools.
Bantwana kufuna bahlale nga-1-1.
And the children should, each child should be alone.
So siyacela kakhulu tuke government yethu ukuthi mabasipha i-funding.
We are requesting from the government that if they are funding us,
Basiphe nemali yokwakha ama-structures.
they should also assist us with the funding for building the structures.
Kunemali lememetelwe in-government.
There is money that was that we were told about from the government.
That's the stimulus relief fund.
It is called the Stimulus Relief Fund.
Le mali le si-applyile sonke.
We all applied for this fund.
Kodwa le mali maningi ma-crash langakayitholi le mali mancane layitholile.
There are some ECDs that have received the funding, and there are some ECDs that have not received the funding.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Siyabonga mama.
Anginibingelele nonke endlini.
I greet you all in the house.
Siyabonga kakhulu likomiti lethu le-DSD njengoba nifikile la ekhaya.
Thank you very much from the DSD committee as you have come here at home.
Sijabule kakhulu kufika kwenu sitokhuluma tikhalo tethu.
We are very happy that you have arrived so that we can tell you about the problems that you are facing.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi kufika kwenu uma sisemakhaya nathi siyathi ukuthi impendulo sitawuphuma sesinayo njengoba senikhona.
I believe that the fact that you are here, as we have come here, when we come out of this place, we would have got all the answers.
Libito lami ngusina ngwakanyathi.
My name is Sina Nyati.
Ngivela eChepisi eNgulisa eShalom Education Center.
I am from Chepis in an ECD Shalom Education Center.
Ngilapha nami nginembuto lolonawo phakathi kwenu.
I am here because I have a question.
Uthi i-department ingalikhipha kanjani ligama lokuthi uma ngisebenza ngaba na 6 years, ngaba na 60 years, ngilapha kule Ngulisa nginelungelo lokuthi ufuna ngiyohlala ekhaya.
I just want to know that how can the department say that if I am working in an ECD, when I reach 60 years old, I should go and stay at home?
Ngoba inkinga yami lele nginayo uma ngiya eNgulisa ngiyosebenza ngibuke lokho ukuthi ufuneka nami ngithuthukise umndeni wami.
Because when I move from home to an ECD to work, it is because I want to improve the way my family is.
But sinenkinga lele khona ukuthi i-DSD ingasikhiphela kanjani ligama ukuthi uma ngina 60 years nginelungelo lokuthi ngiyohlala ekhaya.
I have a problem that how can the DSD bring about the law that says if I am 60 years old, I have to go and stay at home.
Njengoba balingani bami bakhulumile la dinengtinto ethi batikhulumile ngeke nami ngisabiyela emuva.
As the other members have spoken before me, there is a lot that have been said. I will not go back.
Kodwa lokunako kakhulu baphathi bethu.
But what I have as our leaders,
inkinga yethu thina i-information siyithola lady etingulisa.
The problem that we are having is that the information we get it very late in the ECDs.
Angibekise ukuthi njenganyalo bekugcwalisa ama SLA.
As I can bring up an example that at the present moment there are SNAs that are being filled.
I-challenge lesinayo siyagijinyiswa kuthiwa ukuthi asigijimeni manje sibuye sitogcwalisa.
The challenge that we are having, we are told in a very short space of time that please rush and come and fill.
Ena ayikho lenye indlela ngoba sisuka silambile funeka sigijime nathi sifike sigcwalise ena asifunzelwa nale information ukuthiwa ukuthi asigcwaliseni bese sesiyahlukana siyemakhaya.
And there is no other way because we are also hungry. If we are told that please come quick and fill in this document, you just go there and fill the document and they don't even read it back to you. What is it exactly that you are filling in and signing for?
Sicela ukuthi kulaba nani labangaphasi kwenu uma nithola le information basinikede nathi isikhathi bakhona ukuthi basifunzele ukuze ukuthi sitoba nemibuzo nathi lesitakhona kubabuta yona.
We are requesting that the ones that you are supervising, when they get the information, may they please come forward to explain to us so that when we have questions, we can be in a position to ask them the questions.
Inkinga yethu sihlangabetana nayo leyo kakhulu ngoba ekugcineni kwako konke ugcina usayinela iphepha ongathi usayinela ini.
We face those challenges a lot because at the end of the day, you find that you have signed a document that you don't even know what is the document about, what is it that you are signing for.
Ngoba namanje sinesikhalo kakhulu bantwana bethu sikhathelwe bantwana ema-center bantwana bethu banengi.
At the present moment, we also have a challenge because the children that we are having in the centers, the numbers have been cut and have been reduced. And you find that we now have a lesser number of children from the one that we were having before. We now have a challenge and we want to know that what are we supposed to do with the number of children that have been reduced in the center. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mama Sina.
Mama Sina.
Do you support the bill or not?
Yes, I support the bill.
Can we all indicate whether we support the bill or not? Thank you very much.
Sanibonani.
Greetings to everyone.
Ngibingelele mphathi sihlalo.
Greetings to the chairperson.
Ngibingelele nebaphathi bami bonke labasetulo.
I'm also greeting everyone that is in front of us.
Ngibingelele nendlo yonke.
And I'm also greeting everyone that is in the house.
Ngiyai phakamisa le document melana nayo ngivumelana nayo.
I support the bill.
Ngingusiphiwe mine ngakasambo.
My name-
Esther ngakasambo.
My name is Sipiwe Esther Sambo.
Ngibuya ku Ward 16.
I'm coming from Ward 16.
Mhlambe ngitawuhluka kancane kubeka lo wakami umbono but kodwa usebantwaneni nawo.
Maybe I will say something different, but it is in connection with the children.
Isikhalo sami sikanje ngicela shothi ngisukela 2020 March
From 2020 in March,
ngigcine kusebenta ku ECD.
That is when I lastly worked for an ECD.
Ngisebentela ngisebenta nge ECD ku Ward 16.
In Ward 16, I work in the ECD.
Shokuthi ngicela baphathi bami bamane basilekelele thine shothi la ngisebentela khona bengisebentela ekhathi esikoleni le crash base ekhathi esikoleni.
I'm requesting that may the leaders assist us because the ECD that I was working for, it is inside a school, in a primary school.
So kwaba khona kuba nekungavisisani kahle kuthiwa education akasafuni ma crash ekhathi etikoleni.
There was a misunderstanding where we were informed that it's the education department that no longer wants ECDs inside the schools.
But sathina sikulanzelela sangayithola impendulo le right kokuthi vele ECD akadzingeki ekhathi esikoleni ngoba masibuka i-department yaka social development ne-department yaka health na education bayabambisana ngemntwana babe munye.
And when we followed it up, we did not find a clear or get a clear answer because the Department of Education and the Department of Education
Department of Health ne Department of Education social development.
Because the Department of Health, Social Development and Education works hand in hand.
So satholakala sikhishwa esikoleni nalabantwana bantwana kunginyalo bayanzinza.
We were moved or were removed from the school where we were working in, and as I'm speaking, the children that we had do not have a place where they can be assisted.
But nangithinyalanzelela kulele tinye tikolo lalamanye ma primary lanawo le ECD ekhathi tikoleni.
When I made a follow-up in some of the schools that had ECDs inside the school,
bayachubeka le information mina lebanginiketa yona ukuthi ECD ayifunakali abakayitholi bathi bona abasinayo. Manje angathi sicela ukuthi ningisite nimane nisindlulisele kuze sitothola kahle sisebende kahle kunalo bantwana bahleti 2020 wonke bahleti until today solo bahleti.
And when following it up, I found that the other ECDs that are working in the school premises, they told me that they did not receive the information that I got. I'm requesting from the committee that may we please be assisted because we do not have a place where we can work as the ECD. I could be very happy if I could be assisted in that issue.
Before you leave, Mama, what's the name of the school?
It's Ndlavela.
Ndlavela?
Yes.
Ndlavela?
Ndlavela, it's Ndlavela Primary. Ndlavela Educate.
The name of the school is Ndlavela Primary School, and the name of the ECD is Ndlavela.
And the name of the place where Ndlavela's primary is in?
Nguphi le ndzawo la kuneNdlavela khona sikhona? It's in Sihlangu 5. Yebo Sihlangu sikuyiphi indzawo?
Sihlangu is the name of the village.
It's Ward 16 Komazi municipality.
In Nkomazi
Can somebody
municipality.
assist? Emadadeni.
Emadadeni.
Okay. That's what I wanted. Thank you very much, ma.
Sanibonani.
Greetings to everyone.
Ngithabisile ngwakashongwe.
My name is Tapsile Shongwe.
Ward 24 eDrikopisi.
I am from Ward 24, Drikopis.
Besebenza ngebantwana
I work-
labadzala.
I work with children, but not the young ones, the older ones.
Senda ukuthi siyabendisa senda isoup kitchen siyapheka.
We are
Sicede khona sibendise ama homework.
Okay. We have a soup kitchen, we cook, and we also assist the children in writing their homeworks.
Siphindze sibendise nemidlalo.
We also assist them in some plays or some games.
Ngenxa yobuze bendlela abantwana bagcine bangasakhona ukudlala.
Because the road has been very long, we found out the children were no longer able to play.
Bantwana bethu sebabhema tinsango nyalo ngoba sisakhona ukuhlangana nabo lapha.
Our ch-
Abakhona ukuya nasetikolweni.
Our children are now smoking dacha because they are now smoking dacha and they are also unable to go to schools.
Ngoba lesikhani
Sorry, ma, Thabisile. Are you speaking about the ECD or the drop-in center?
dropping center.
Okay. I heard you saying the ECD when you start. Thanks.
Kuve ukhuluma nge-ECD nawuqala?
Home based care. Ilo dropping center.
It's a dropping center, a home-based care.
Labantwana ngoba bagcina sesingasakhona ukuchubeka ngendzaba yeCovid.
We-
Nyalo la etikolweni bantwana basakhona ukufunza, tikolo bahleti nje etikolweni bayabhema.
And now, due to COVID-19, the children are no longer able to learn, and now they have diverted, they are now smoking.
Ngoba lesikhani sihlangana nabo bebangasitholi lesikhathi sokuhamba bafuna lokubhema.
Because-
Bangasitholi nalesikhathi sokuthi bangakhona ukuthi bahlale phasi emakhaya.
Because when we met with the children, they did not have enough time to go and smoke, and they did not have time to be at home or stay at home.
Sicela naloko ukuthi nathi DSD asiside asifande sitokhona ukuchubeka nalalabanye ngoba uma basuka ecrash kufuna bete ngalakithi nathi sikhona ukubasita ukuthi bachubeke baye etikolweni.
We are requesting that may DSD assist us with funding so that we could assist the children, because from the ECD, they come to our center.
Ngoba labantwana nyalo sebagcekeze etikolweni bayaphula tikolo ngalokuthi abanasikhathi sekudlala basakhona ukudlala abantwana
Now-
bagcekeza tikolo.
Now the children are breaking into the schools because they do not have time to play. They have nothing to do, so they end up doing house breakings in the schools.
eDrikopisi sina 2 sinekhomba eDrikopisi neJoseph Mathebula.
In
La sekune
Drikopis, we've got two. We've got Joseph Matebula, Nani,
Drikopis combined.
and Drikopis Combined School.
Bantwana bethu bayaphula bofenisi lapha mase badzakiwe sebabhemile.
Our children damages the fence, and they damage the fence when they are drunk.
Lesikhani sihlangana nabo sidlala nabo bafana bese bafundzisa sibhaca amantombazane agidze labanye bacule bekubede lento lebiseyendeka nyalo.
When we were meeting with the children, we would teach them to dance, and the boys and also the girls. Some of them were singing. They did not have time to do all the other things.
Siyabonga sicela nisiside khona la.
Thank you. May we please
Thank
be
you very
assisted
much.
in that. Siyabonga, ma. Greetings to everyone.
Ngitsandza kubingelela tikhulu tethu leti sihambele namuhla.
I would like to greet the officers that have come to us today.
Ligama lami ngingijabulile wakanhlebeya.
My name is Jabulile Ntlebeya.
Ngikhona la ku Ward 23 eBoschfontein.
I'm in Boschfontein, Ward 23.
Ngisebenza eNkulisa.
I'm working in an ECD.
Ngeke ngisachaza lokuningi bakuchazile kakhulu labanye bethu.
I won't say much because the speakers that have come up before me have already explained a lot.
Ngicela kugcizelela nje ukuthi siyacela tuke tikhulu tethu njengoba tikhona titela.
Say I'm stressing in the fact that we are requesting from the portfolio committee that has come to us today.
Siyabonga ukuthi basivakashele namuhla.
We are very happy that the portfolio committee has visited us today.
Yeah, thina njengoba sisetinkulisa tiningi kakhulu tintfo lesihlangabetana nato.
As we are in the ECDs, there are a lot of challenges that we face.
Bantfwana lesibafundzisako.
Children that we teach.
Mina njengami tuke nkulisa lenguyo asiwatholi ma-funding.
In the ECD that I am in, we do not receive fundings.
Bantwana kufuna batiphathele stikhaftini esikoleni.
The children have to bring their lunch boxes to school.
Kuyendeka ngasikhathi umntwana aqhamuke angasinayo leyo lunch esikoleni.
There are times when a child would come to school without the lunch box.
Wena njengathishela kumele ubone ukuthi lo mntwana kufuna umnike ini adle ini ngaleso sikhathi.
As a teacher, you have to see to it that the child should get something to eat at that time.
Ngaleso sikhathi kwawena kude lokutholako.
At that time, even yourself, there is nothing that you are getting.
Kuyaphela bo 3 months 4 months batali bangakhoni khokha school fees sebantwana.
You find that 3 months, 4 months passes when parents are unable to pay school fees for the children.
Sesiyacela ukuthi tuke tikhulu tethu timane nje tikuthole ukuthi nasi tisisite njengabothishela basetinkulisa.
We are requesting from the committee that may we please be assisted as the teachers from the ECDs.
Siyakuthanda kufundzisa abantwana kakhulu.
We love teaching the children a lot.
Siyabakhathalela abantwana bethu futhi.
We care about the children.
Ngoba kube ngaba sibakhathaleli ngaba sivuke ekseni sihambe sobafundzisa khathala lokhu singatholi lutho.
Because if we do not care about the children, we wouldn't wake up in the morning and go to teach them while we are not getting any salaries.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lava hinga ka ti ECDs that are not funded. ECDs that are not funded.
So in the ECDs which are not funded?
We know that there are challenges.
The problem.
But if there is something that you want to add, you can just write and give it to the table there. Secondly, tsundukeni ku kutava na migration ya ti ECDs from DSD to Department of Education.
Let's remember that there will be that migration from
a process.
The other department to the other, but that's a lot. It will take long.
So kun'wana ta va vulavula hi langute ku social development ai endlile swi ku social development na Department of Education vele ka process ya ku transfer the ECDs ti ya aka education.
So we'll be looking at the social development department to do something, whereas that process may be moved to education or vice versa.
On issues of unfunded ECDs, let's also remind the parents of those kids that since you are not funded, there's nothing at that center. So they need to improvise. Bearing in mind that majority of them are coming from poor families. Thank you very much. Let's proceed.
Ngithanda ukubingelela bonke abantu abakhona endlini ngakhethekile ngibingelela abasedule etafuleni.
I would
Can
like
you
to
raise
greet-
your voice, please?
Cela babe uphakamise live utokhona kuvakala. Ngibingelela bonke labakhona phakathi. I greet everyone who's inside the house and also the portfolio committee.
Hello, dear. My interpreter. You are too fast. You are too fast. Please, slow down so that they can understand. It's only few who are coming from these provinces that we can understand, but the rest are from that other provinces. So please, thank you.
Ngiyayisupporta le bill.
I support the bill.
Ngilibito ngisinathemba wakasibiya.
My name is Sinetemba Sibia.
Ngilapha kule bill ngicheckele lapha ku education.
In this bill, I checked I checked under education.
And we must check my rights, ahamba nema responsibilities. But must check my rights, bandwana aga check kakhulu ma responsibilities ebandwana.
When we talk about the rights goes hand in hand with the responsibilities, but in the children's side, the responsibilities are not checked that much.
Lo njengami ngingithishela lokusenda umsebenzi wethu bese uba difficult.
And I am a teacher, and that makes our work to be very difficult.
Imagine because luckily I'm in a independent school. I'm not in a public school.
I am independent school, not in a private.
Yeah, I'm in independent school.
I am in a private school, not in a public school.
Because if we check umthetho uthi singabashayi, corporal punishment is away with it.
And
But
if we check that we should not punish the children,
corporal punishment.
corporal punishment.
Yes, and then it's difficult to go to unake umntwana njalo, but ekhaya makafika ekhaya kuze ende into le right uyashaywa.
It is difficult to look at it in that aspect because at school there is no corporal punishment, but at home there is corporal punishment.
So I'm sorry to say this. Some schools, like some we have say my white school in previously, they have naughty corners, but it's in a naughty corner is not helping because
In private schools, there are naughty corners where a child will be taken to a certain corner when he or she has done something wrong as a punishment. But at home, we do not have that because the child should wash the dishes.
Yes, so I'm like, is a plea, would see the department must do something to help teachers because we love teaching, but as it's a corny, it's like the system is fighting us.
It's a plea that may we please be assisted as the department because it's like the system is fighting with us as teachers.
And maybe to parents, maybe to go to the department to provide a workshop on how to deal with kids.
Nekuthi futhi ke kubatali i-department isilethele luhlelo lokuthi isifundzise ukuthi manje na kahle kahle labantwana sekufanele ukuthi sende njani ngabo.
Because if umntwana ana two more rules akusebenzeki, that's why we have a lot of dropouts.
Because if a child is given two rules, two different rules, and it is not easy to work with the child, and that is why we find that a lot of children leave school.
And lastly, the languages. Umntwana South Africa bathi unama rights okufunza ngawo onke ma language akhe. Must check out from grade 1 this side of Inkomazi sine Siswati, and then from grade 1 to grade 3 ufunza ngeSiswati.
And it is mentioned that a child has a right to learn all the languages, the Nguni languages, but then in this side, the Nkomazi area, we've got we've got Siswati.
I'm not sure of it.
And Tsonga, I'm not sure of the other languages.
So when you get to grade 4, it's like lumntwana uqala grade 1 again.
When-
Now we have to change to English.
Uma lo mntwana sekafika ka grade 4 kuba ngazuthi sekumele ukuthi uqalele phasi nyalo bese somthatha kuba ngazuthi somqala kumfundisa ulimi lesilungu.
Now to just to check on that language, go see how they're going to sort it out because from grade 1 to grade 3, wathi kuthi ngiqala nzathu. When I get to grade 4, I say triangle.
And it is different when we are in the foundation phrase because the child is taught in the Nguni languages, and then when we reach grade 4, that is when the child starts to learn in English the differences.
Ngibingelela nonke ekhathendlini.
I would like to greet you all in the house.
Ngibingelela tihlalo.
I greet
Basiphethe.
you, Chair,
Singibingelele bonke nalabanye.
and I would also like to greet everyone.
Ligama lami nginguNhlanhla Sibonga ngakashongwe.
My name is Nonhlanhla Shongwe.
La Boschfontein Ward 23.
I'm staying in Boschfontein, Ward 23.
Ngisebenta eSisita Sive eGomoro.
I'm working at Sisita Sive in Gomora.
Ngisebenta ngebantwana labancane.
I work in an ECD, working with small children.
Ngichild and care worker. Selapha ngisebenza la emakhaya la ngisita abantwana la emakhaya.
I am a care worker. I'm working, assisting children at homes.
Sekunalokuthi ekseni siyavuka sambe siyoba assist abantwana thole ukuthi umntwana uhlala nagogo gogo akakhona ukuvusa umntwana.
You find that in the morning we wake up and go to the homes to assist the children, and you find that the child is staying with a grandmother who is unable to wake the child up.
Ngimfundise ukuthi akhone ukugeza, simfundise ukuthi awashe impahla.
We teach the child to wash his or her body, and we also teach the child to wash clothes.
Sena ngabe ukuthi uhambile esikoleni, nakabuya esikoleni bothishela bamniketa umsebenzi umntwana.
You find that the child has gone out to school and is given homework by the teachers.
Sibese siyabasita labantwana silale phansi sibafundise sibese siyabaniketa lemsebenzi bahambe ba right esikoleni.
We sit down with the children, assist them with their homework so that when they go back to school the following day, they are okay with homework done.
Selokubhlungu kakhulu kulabantwana lesibasita ngilala labede batali basele nagogo.
What is more painful is that the children that we are assisting are the children that are orphans. They have been left behind with their grandmothers.
Gogo uhola impesheni so sita labantwana ngale impesheni.
And the grandmother is earning pension, and the grandmother is the one who is assisting the upbringing of the children with the pension.
Kube bhlungu nangabe sothola lo mntwana akakhoni ukudla gogo sophelelwe imali uya esikoleni angakadli umntwana kubhlungu kakhulu.
It is very, very painful when you find that the pension money for the grandmother has all been used up, and the child has to go to school without food. It is very, very painful.
Kodwa siyazama ukuthi sibe sesiyalenda lelo dogo ahambe right.
But we do try to make soft porridge so that when the child goes to school, the child will be okay.
Sethine nasilele sikhala lokuthi sihlela emakhaya njengoba sivuka sisebenza siyasithola le stipend ngacala 2014 kuze kube kunyalo.
As we are here at home, we do receive the stipend. It started in 2014 up until now.
Maye kubhlungu kakhulu ukuthi uhlale 3 months ungaholi nawe nebantwana la ekhaya kufuna ubaside ngalokudla. Bengajabula kakhulu ukuthi njengoba nikhona nikhona ukuthi nisicelele nathi ngala ukuthi imane ingene phela ngenyanga nami ngikhona kusita abantwana.
And it is very, very painful to find out that it's been 3 months, you are not getting any salary because I've got children at home. I'm requesting that may you please go and request on our behalf that may we please also get our salaries on monthly basis so that we can assist our children. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you wait for a while? Lindy, who's going to assist with I just want to ask the elderly people to go out with somebody. Okay. Yeah. Lindy, just come to the fore. I'm going to ask for our elderly here
Ngitocela laba lasebakhulile
and those that have already made their contributions.
nalabo lasebakhonile ukuthi babute imibuzo babeke luvo lwabo.
And also those that were just here to see the proceedings.
Nalabo labetile lana betela ukuthi bete kutobona le tivakashi.
If it can be 50 of them,
Uma ngabe kungakhonakala kibo,
they will follow this lady.
batolandzela sisi
It's
lona
our
longaphambili,
secretary. Outside.
baye naye ngaphandle.
We also want to give space to those that are still outside in order to come and make their contributions.
Sifuna kuniketa laba labanye
So
labangaphandle
you'll go
ithuba
with
ukuthi
her
bakhone
outside. She will tell you what to do.
beka luvo lwabo ndo landzela yena utonitshela ngala ngaphandle ukuthi
Please.
ntonde njani. Niyacela.
Please. Those that have written submissions, they can put them there.
Labo lasebabhalile lokuthite bangakumikisa lapha kulela tafula.
Not all of you. Not all of you. And some must remain because we're going to ask questions.
Iningaphumi nonke labanye kumele ukuthi basale ngani ngoba nathi sidobuta imibuzo.
Let's proceed. Ceci?
Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Ngiyavumelana nemthethosisekelo.
I do support the bill.
Ligama lami ngingeTruth ngwakamahlalela.
My name is Gertrude
Ngiqhamuka
Mahlalela.
eWard 15 eMgobodzi Trust.
I'm from Ward 15 Mgovodi Trust.
Ngi-ECD practitioner.
I am an ECD practitioner.
Kuningi kakhulu lebengitakukhuluma but bozakwethu labaningi sebakukhulumile.
There's a lot that I would say, but my colleagues have already said some of the things.
Njenge-ECD practitioner,
As an ECD practitioner,
njobe ngimile phambi kwebaphathi bethu,
standing in front of our leaders,
ngiva nje kuhlengetela tinyembeti.
it's like I can just cry.
Njengekuthi ngendlela yokuthi thina sima ECD practitioners
Because as ECD practitioners,
asithathwa serious like bonke labasebentako njengebantu labasebentela bo government.
we are not taken seriously just like other people who work for the government or civil servants.
Siphuma emakhaya lahlukahlukene,
We come from different families and backgrounds.
si ma breadwinners emakhaya.
Some of us are breadwinners at home.
But kuyaphela isikhathi lesidze bantwana lolothiwana ubukelele bona ekhaya mawuphuma ekuseni ugeza bathi mama uyahamba uya emsebentini. Kuphele 3 months awuholi, awutholi lutho, se bantwana babuke wena nabo bafuna kudla. Ugcine inhlitiyo yakho seyibabhlungu ukuthi kanzi ngivuka ngiyakuphi sesiphelelwa nalithanda.
We also have children, and when we wake up in the morning to go out to work, our kids are looking up to us to feed them. Sometimes they ask you questions when you don't bring anything home, and sometimes it goes up to 3 months without receiving any stipend.
Lokunye lokukhona ebaphathi bethu baniketa kakhulu laba la ngaphandle kufana nekuthi nje kungaba khona ukuthi umfati lomunye ete ekhaya lakho atokuthengela kudla kwebantwana bakho wena abantwana bakho uyabati ukuthi badlala but i-government yethu inikete kakhulu ama-SGB members ukuthi kube ngiwo laba responsible ukuthi athengela abantwana kudla. Sometimes bahambe bayothenga kudla mababuya bathengele ukudla lo lokungafuneki and wena nguwe lo wathi kahle ukuthi bantwana bakho badla ini.
So sometimes I feel like the government has given powers to the SGBs to decide on what should be eaten at the center. Sometimes they go buy the kind of food that we don't need at the center. We should have the powers and the rights to decide on what the children may eat because we know these children, we feed them.
Wena lo sebenza on a daily basis nalabantwana kube nguwe lo ngathi wena awati lutho la ekhaya esenteni.
So you feel undermined. Meanwhile, you are the one who work with these children on a daily basis.
Ngiyabonga kwekugcina ngitawucela abaphasi bethu ukuthi sicela ukuthi nisithatheni serious nathi sibe bandla ebantwini uze ufile guilty nangabe uyahamba estradi ukhanze ukuthi uyahamba bayakumemeta abantwana mistress uthi ibuta ukuthi ngingimistress ngimuphi lo mistress labambitako labantwana ngiyabonga.
So lastly, I would like to ask you to please help restore our dignity because we walk the streets and people refer to us as teachers, mistress, and when you look around, you feel ashamed because you don't feel like one.
Sisi Gertrude, do you support or not the bid? Come again. Okay.
Sanibonani.
Yebo ma'am.
Ngibingelela tikhulu tami.
I would like to greet the dignitaries that have visited us today.
Ngalokukhethekile ngibingelele likhansela lami.
I would like to also greet my counselor,
Make Emangane.
Ms.
Ngibonge
Ngane.
kakhulu. Ngiyawuvuma lo mhlangano walamuhla ngiyawusekela lo ingcikitsi
Thank you.
yawo.
I also support this bill
Lo ingcikitsi yawo ikhulu kukhulunywa ngemfana.
because its purpose is to talk about children.
Libito lami ngingimake Lucy Shongwe Mkhatshwa.
My name is Lucy Shongwe Mkhatshwa.
Ngika home base care ke mine bagcugcuteli betempilo.
I am from a home-based care
Ngiku Ward 23 khona la Boschfontein.
in Ward 23 right here in Boschfontein.
Siyatinikela ku home based care. Asisebenzi sovane ngekwati kwethu sinema stakeholders.
We are volunteers at the home-based care. We don't work, we are just volunteers.
Sisebenzisana ne kliniki
We work together with clinics
nemphakathi
alongside the community.
CDW
We work with the CDW as well
counselor
and the counselor
netimvuna
and all people that are assisting.
konke nje kwe community stakeholders sisebenzisana nako.
We work with all stakeholders in the community.
Siyasebenta ke thina njengoba ngisho ukuthi sima home based care.
Like I said, we are home-based care practitioners.
Siyahamba la emakhaya noma ngishito ukuthi ingcikitsi yalo mhlangano ingemfana.
So we go around and visit households. As we've said, this meeting is about children.
Kuhamba kwethu la emakhaya siyahlangabetana nebamfana.
So as we visit these households, we come across children.
Bamfana labanetinkinga leti mihibahiba tehlukahlukene.
These children have different kinds of problems.
Ngijabula kakhulu nangabe government sosifikelela emakhaya atova ukuthi nasihamba la emakhaya sihlangabetana nebamfana labamfana basivisa buhlungu.
So we are happy that the government is able to come closer to us so that you can hear from us the type of problems that children have to deal with.
Njengobe ngisho ngingimake lo sebenta ka home based care.
As I've said, I work in a home-based care.
Si home based care yethu ayikafindwa government.
Our home-based care is not funded by the government.
Kepha siyasizame uticelela njengebatali ngobe sibatali bemphakathi. Ticelele la siticelela khona.
So what we do, we just ask around for help and resources as parents,
basinike
and we do get resources.
lele sikucelako sikucelela labantwana labatintsandzane la emakhaya.
So we also request assistance for orphan children.
Ene imvamisa labantwana labatintsandzane la emakhaya njengobe bashito labanye kutsi ngilaba labaqhamuka le nale kulabo makhelwane bethu.
In most instances, as everyone else has said, most of these orphan children usually come from our neighboring countries.
Betele timfo tala lama documents ala.
They do not have documents, South African identity documents or certificates.
Loku lesinako lekufute sibanike kona lolo siphile uthi kuze kuthi ngibone kuthi nimnikile loya bhalani benesiciniseko ligama lakhe nedocument yala selabantwana bete kodwa lolu sito lwethu bayalidzinga.
So some of the donors who assist us, they require us to write down the details of the beneficiaries. And sometimes we are not able to because these children don't have documents. So we would like to help these children, but our hands are tied.
Manje bengicela njengemtali losebentela i-community ukuthi maneni sinqonqothele government na home affairs kuthi labantwana labatalelwe la akamanende bubele phela yebo umntali wakhe weqhamuka kepha yena sotalelwe la mane babendele dipheshana tekuba idocument yala kuthi lo mfana vele utalelwe la.
So I would like to request you to please assist us, link us with the Department of Home Affairs perhaps to assist children that were born here in South Africa, not necessarily those who crossed the border, but those who were born here in South Africa so that we may be able to assist them.
Siyacela ngobe vele njengobe ngisho ukuthi ngingumntali osebentela i-community ngiva buhlungu uyakudzinga lokudla kepha lo ngiphile lokudla uthi kuze kuthi unike loya lokudla akube nesiciniseko ukuthi ngibani watalwa nini.
Like I said, this pains me a lot because I work with the community, but our donors require us to provide proof that we have given assistance to a certain number of children, and we must produce documentation as proof.
Phume kancane si home based care thina.
I will divert a bit.
Asitholi lutho
2 minutes, ma'am.
ku health. Asitholi lutho siye sitikhandle lesinye isikhathi nawunako ukuthi nawufika kulelo khaya ukhanze vele katula letiko so yothatha kwakho ngoba siququtela ngekwenathe emaphilisi siyabasita vele.
Like I said, we are volunteers and we don't get anything. Sometimes you visit these households and you realize that some of them don't even have medication, so you have to dig from your own pocket and assist the people.
Amanyosicelela ku health ukuthi ma home based care la bathatheni serious babamvu lisibukele nini la community ukuthi sive siphila njani ngithi lesheshe sigijime sicela nyosicelela ukuthi asebasithathe serious sima home based care ngiyabonga.
Please go talk to the Department of Health and ask them to take us seriously because we are their extension in the community.
Thank you very much. Kuna lava kungenaku.
Those who just came in,
Maka iku loko mirna leswi mi ngi lava ku swi vulavula.
if you
I
have,
want to add to this number now.
if you have something to say,
Mi nga yimisa mavoko then hi ta kota ku mi teka mi vuya hala. Ni le ku languteni ka nkarhi.
you may show by raising your hand so that we can add you on the queue. We're looking at time.
A hi fanelangi ku tshama lani 4-5 hours.
We mustn't be sitting here
Ingaba hi
for more
tlula
than 5
milawu leyi
hours.
president va nga yi veka.
We could be breaking COVID-19 regulations.
Secondly, ha ri na 6 hours to drive ku yela hi fane ku va kona hi ta kota ku pfuna van'wani mundzuku.
And we still have to drive for over 6 hours to get to a place where we must assist others tomorrow.
Loko munhu a ta yima la ni vulela ngopfu lava ha ku nghenaku.
I'm directing this to those
Mi
who
vula
just
vito ra
came in.
n'wina.
When you stand up, you say your name
Mi vula la mi humaku kona.
and mention where you come from
Mi kombisa ku ma support bill kumbe a mi yi support.
and indicate whether you do support the bill or not.
Loko mi tirha ka ECD,
If you work
Ka
for an
drop-in center
ECD
or wherever.
or a drop-in center,
loko mo kongomisa to say loko nawu loko cinciwa leswi ku nghena leswi swi nga kota ku hi pfuna.
so you must at least specify uthi, this bill must remove this and add this.
Mo ni tlhela ni kombisa ku we are not undermining anyone here.
Let me say, a hi tekeli vanhu ehansi,
And that's not our intention.
a hi makungu ya hina ku tekela vanhu ehansi.
Hi yo mhaka parliament yi ri la namuntlha.
So that's the reason Parliament is here today,
Ku makungu ya n'wina na makungu ya hina hi ma endla swin'we
to make sure that we work together
ku va na bill at the end of the day.
so that we may have a bill at the end of
Can
the
I
day.
get hands from this side?
Kombela mavoko kusuka hala.
1, 2. Only 2 hands. I'm going to close this. I'll be taking the hands that I'm taking now, then. Do we still have hands this side?
Va ri kona lava lava ku
1,
vulavula? Un'wana?
2, then gone. This side,
Tlhelo
1,
leriya.
2. Just go and join the line that side, ma. Is there any other hand this side?
Va ri kona la lavaka ku vulavula?
Thank you very much.
Komu.
Mama, you may start.
Greetings to everyone, honorables, and the House at large.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke sihlalo na kulo lonke likomiti nakuwo wonke umuntu lokhona.
My name is Nogwanda Twala.
Ligama lami nginginokwandathwala Thwala.
I'm from an ECD center called Siphumelele Educare Center.
Ngibuya ku ECD center lebitwa ngekuthi Siphumelele Educare Center.
And is situated at Mangweni Village.
Ilapha endzaweni yaseMangweni.
And I do support the bill.
And ibhili ngiyayisupporta.
Okay. My ECD center, as I'm a practitioner, we are also receiving the subsidy from the social development.
Ku ECD le ngisebenta kiyo siyathola luxhaso lolubuya ku department.
And we appreciate that very much.
And siyakubonga lokho kakhulu.
My concern is, as an ECD practitioner,
Kungikhathatako ukuthi njengemuntu losebenta lapha ku ECD.
I've been working in the center for almost 6 years now.
Sengine minyaka lesithupha ngisebenta lapha kule center.
But we only receiving 1.6 as our stipend per month.
Sithola kuphela imali lenganga 1,600 njenge stipend
In other
sethu
departments,
ngenyanga.
some other department, they do get some raise, but we in our city center, I'm not sure about other ECD centers, but in our ECD centers, we only receiving 1.6 per month from 2015 or 16, where I started to work.
Kusukela ngaqala kusebenza ngo2015 2016 sithola lo 1,600 rand ngenyanga kepha ke lamanye ema ECDs aye axhaswe ngekuthi bayangetelwa kuloko labaxhaswa ngakho.
And on top of that, we stay almost 3 to 4 months not receiving that little 1.6 that we're supposed to receive.
Kuke kube nesikhathi ke lapho khona singatholi kube netinyanga letintsatfu kuya kuletinye lapho khona singatholi lokhu lokuncane lo kuvamise ukuthi kufike kithi.
And we are facing challenges in that as ECD practitioners.
Njengebantu ke labasebentela ema ECDs siye sibhekane nebumadima lobukhulu kuloko.
Like me, I'm a breadwinner at home.
Njengami babheke mina ekhaya ngimi kuphela lo sebentako.
Yes, I have children that need to go to school.
Nginebantwana lokumele ukuthi baye esikolweni.
And I'm not residing at Mangweni, so I have to use transport to go to my center.
Angihlali khona la eMangweni lokusho ukuthi kumele ngigibele kuze ukuthi ngiyofinyelela lapho la ngisebenza khona kule center.
Yes, so I find it very difficult to stay 3 or 4 months, not receiving that little 1.6 that you're supposed to receive. And it's very difficult for me to pay for the transport to go to work every day.
Ngikuthola kumadima kakhulu ke uma ngabe ngingasatholi lo xhaso lo lungu lo 1600 kuletinyanga letintathu kuya kuletine ngani ngoba angisakhoni nekuthi ngibe nemali yokuthi ngigibele ngisuke ekhaya ngiye lapho la ngisebentela khona.
So I was asking the department that they should at least give us a raise, because even if you speak to our principals or center managers about the raise, they will tell you that we cannot give you more than that. It's what the department told us to give you.
Ngiyacela ke ukuthi i-department mane isikhuphulele le mali lena lesixhasa ngayo ngani ngoba uma sicela kulabaphathi bethu ukuthi basikhuphulele bavele basitshele ukuthi nabo batshele ukuthi manje na abasinikete le mali lena labasiniketayo la kuphela.
Just imagine receiving 1.6 per month.
Cabanga uhole imali lenganga 1600 rand ngenyanga.
You cannot even open any account, you cannot even open any or join any insurance for your family or cover your family with that little amount that you're receiving.
Le mali yincane kakhulu awukhoni ukuthi uvule i-account awukhoni nekuthi ujoyine mhlambe ngumasingcwabisane ngale mali lena lencane loyitholako.
So my point here was a raise. Please, the department, we appreciate the fund that you are giving us, but at least be lenient with us. Can you please at least raise our stipends?
Siyabonga kakhulu kuloko lesikutholako kuleli tiko siyakujabulela futhi kepha ke sicela ukuthi asikhushulelwe kuloko lesixhaswa ngakho.
Another thing, they will tell you that you have to have a qualification in order to work in an ECD center. I mean,
kunye futhi baye bakutshele ukuthi kumele ukuthi ube neticu letitsite kuze ukuthi ukhone ukuthi usebende ku center ye ECD.
Yes, we do want to have those qualifications. We do want to have those level 5 or diplomas. But how can we pay with that, with the amount that you're receiving? You cannot even pay that the funds that, the studies that we're supposed to do.
Yebo siyafisa ukuthi sibe nalama diploma, siyafisa ukuthi sibe nabo labo level 5 laba bafunako. Kepha akukhonakali ukuthi kwendeke ngenxa yokuthi imali lesitholako incane kakhulu.
So I was asking that if the department could maybe offer us some funds, maybe to upgrade our levels, or maybe raise that the money that we're receiving per month.
Ngicela ke ukuthi leli tiko limaneke lisincede ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sifunze or malingakhona ukuthi lisincede ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sifunze limaneke lisikhuphulele le mali lesithola kongenyanga.
Oh, thank you.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much. 5 minutes, please. And I'm going to reduce it to 3 in order to accommodate everyone.
Greetings, my leaders.
Ngiyajabula ukuthi sihlangane namhla lana.
I'm so happy that you are here to meet you.
Mina ngisecretary yalapha Sisita Sive Training Center.
I'm the secretary.
Ngibambe ngala ebukhosini, I'm also a secretary too.
Even at the traditional authority, I'm also a secretary.
Igama lami ngi-Ephraim Timane.
I'm Ephraim Timane.
La ngiyajabula kakhulu njengoba sengishito nine baphathi bami. Sinenkinga la.
Our leaders, we have a problem.
Sina emavela ayi-3. ISwazini, iMozambique, iZimbabwe.
We have 3 countries, which is Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Swaziland.
Abantwana bethu batele tonke letindzawo labatukulu bethu abana certificate.
So our grandchildren, some of them are connected to these 3 countries. They don't have certificates.
So sine problem yekuthi bathole ma ID.
So we have a problem that they should get the IDs.
Angisho ukuthi ngiyabamela ngisho ngoba kuhlupheka thine bobabe.
I'm not saying I'm representing them or I'm just advocating for them, but we are the one who are suffering as parents.
Sibayisa e center.
We take them to the centers.
Sibayisa etkoleni.
Take them to schools.
Kuba buhlungu kithi uma lo gogo avuka dlala ivosho abamba umtukula amgezise ngoba makwakhe ushonile.
It's difficult if you are a grandmother and then you have every day to take care of a child because the mother has passed away.
So nabo babo akhona kanjalo nabo sesibethu.
So you find that even the fathers are not there. It's so painful.
So bengicela ke baphathi bami ukuthi kulaba se center nabo sisita sive
home-based care, nabo bonke labanye, ngila eSchool Plus.
So my request is that those are at the centers, like the other centers, that I'm at that place, is called, what's the name of the place?
Sebana 6 months, banga holy.
Oh, those at that center, they have 6 months without getting paid.
Ngimleng signa lama check, mabayo hola,
So I'm the one who is signing the checks if they have to get paid.
but they don't get money. So, bengcela, hambani yosichekela, nisendele konke kahle.
So I'm asking you to help us to check that.
Ngoba banghlupha belokhu bathi asikaholi. Mina ngiholi angibhali imali.
So I'm in trouble. They come to me, they say, we have not been paid. I'm not even getting paid too.
I just help them. So, ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary to the Power 2.
Sanibonani baphathi bami.
Thank you. Greetings, my leaders.
Mina igama lami ngithusile ngwakalishawa. Ngihlala ku Ward 14 eMasibekela. Ngisebenza under ECD.
I work under ECD.
Nami ngilomunye lo sebenza under ECD but lo timele.
I'm one of the people who work under ECD, but I'm on my own.
Sicelo sami nje ngiloba mfishane ngeke ngibe mde kakhulu.
I will be short.
Sicelo sami ukuthi nathi sineba under lesitimele besicela ukuthi nimane nisibonele.
So those who, or some of us who are independent or are on our own,
Ngoba ngekucabanga kwami i-social development yawo wonke umntwana lo South Africa lo nelungelo lokuba South Africa noma lotelwe lonetimfanelo tase South Africa.
so my belief is that social development is for everyone. All children who are born have got those rights to be assisted.
Ngibonge under social development
All right, I thank the social development.
uye wabaniketa stimulus fund lebe sikhona kulamalanga laphelile.
So he assisted them some times ago.
Ngibonge kakhulu ngoba government wethu bekangakhethi bekathatha bonke bani lebe basebenza ngebantwana waba provider nge-stimulus fund although singakayitholi sonke but labanye bayitholile labangekho under government but kuthiwe stimulus fund sawo wonke wonke.
So the stimulus fund were not segregationally, they were given to everyone, whether you are independent or you belong to the government. I thank government for that.
But kunento lecela kuyibuta kubaphathi bethu lapha eTulu.
But that's what I want to ask from our leaders there.
I-problem ye-NPO.
The problem of the NPO.
Ngeke ngaba ngingafacea i-challenge ngathi ngiyabuta kulomnye social worker wethu ukuthi can I use an NPO as ngilitiko lelitimele.
So I asked that, can I get help because I'm the one, I'm an NPO.
What's the social worker wami uthi social development when you don't deserve to have an NPO.
Oh, what she said no. The social worker says no, you don't even deserve to have an NPO because you are independent.
Ngoba sengitibutele ukuthi ngoba ngihlala nebantwana lengifuna nami kusasa kuba bona ba healthy baphumelela babahle enkulisa yami nenkulisa yami ibonakale ukuthi inkulisa. Uma ngidohamba ngiyocela to any company ngitocela ngani ngoba uma ngidofika nginje ngingakaphathi iphepha ngeke inkulisa yami bayirecognize batathi lona utoticelela yena but uma ngiqhamuka neliphepha ukuthi no I'm a non-profit organization so ngitocela bekuthi ningiphe something nami ngitokhona kuyo provider laba bantwana engihlala nabo lapha.
So I said, because I also have an ECD, I think it will help for me when I go out to seek for funds to show that I'm also an NPO because they want you to be an NPO in order for them to help you.
So Ngicela-ke besicela abaphathi bethu ukuthi nisivele nisifakele nale NPO sikhone nathi sicela khamba sicela ukuthi siyacela angeke sendethi ubutsotsi sitawusebenza ngendlela le.
So we request that you allow us that even if we are ECD, but we also put the NPO on top so that at least we can ask some funds.
So, sorry, can I get the reason from the social worker?
Sorry ma'am.
The reason why she told you that you don't deserve?
Njengoba ngilitiko lengtimele wathi laba bema private aba I social development ithi abawatholi ma NPOs ngoba abekho under government.
Because those who are at independent ECDs, the government is saying they are not allowed to get NPOs.
But do you support the bill or not?
I do. I do.
Thank you very much, sis.
Sanibonani ngiyanibingelela nonke.
Greetings, I greet you all.
Libito lami nginguJustice Ngoma.
I'm Justice Goma.
Ngihlala eSkumasdal ngibuya kwinhlangano iDemocratic Alliance yaseNkomazi.
I'm from Skumasdal, from the Democratic Alliance.
Yeah, ngilomunye longayisupport le bill lena kule form lekuyo nyalo.
I'm one who does not support the bill in the form in which it is now.
Yeah, kunezinto leti khona nje masibuka ngala ku ECD icala.
So there are some things, especially at the ECD.
Ngibuka ukuthi indzaba ye-investment yokuthi kufakwe imali kakhulu for labantwana labaningi labaphuyile ngathi kufanele inakwe kakhulu ngoba ngathi ayinakwa kakhulu kule bill.
I believe that there must be more investment on children.
Ingiyale khulu ma ECD lamaningi aka-register lokusho kona ukuthi bantwana labaphuwa ngibo laba affected kakhulu kule ndzaba yokuthi ECD abayitholi bayocala late kufunza, which means bona vele from ekucaleni sebahlulekile empilweni.
So in other words, many children are poor, so they don't get help because there's no investment in the ECD. So it means it is they just fail from the start.
Lesicela nje ukuthi isubsidy aseyiphakame neku-register kwema ECD asekuphakame na kwento yosho ukuthi kuba nema ECD lamaningi la registered ngoba leti ndzawo letiningi siyathi ukuthi eSouth Africa besiphila kabuhlungu esikhathi apartheid, so tindzawo letiningi nanyalo solo tiphuwa.
So
kufanele ukuthi igovernment ifake imali so that sisiteni bana
You are too fast. You are too fast.
Am I too fast? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We won't capture what you are saying.
So we ask that there must be
Relax, my dear.
There must be subsidy, and also we ask that we quickly register the ECDs so that we know that previously during the apartheid government, many people were poor. Even today, they are still poor.
Le poverty lekhona ye 99.9% yabantu abamnyama ichubekiswa ngilo ngoba kuqala form labantwana babancane. So nanyalo mangabe investment ingayikhona lapha, which means kuyosolo kuqhubeka kunjalo in the future so labantu abamnyama bapoor.
So the high percentage of poverty is aggravated because those children are not given good education. So it will go on like that.
Okay, ngibuka kakhulu sengibuya kule ndzaba ye-adopter. Ngiyeva ukuthi kunenzaba ukuthi kutawukhishwa indzaba yema-fees. Sathi kahle ukuthi labantu abaningi basebenzisa nama-private services for loku-adopter. So mangabe lama-fees lawa akhishwa, which means yalo sekutawudependwa kulo government wona lo nama-backlog lamaningi.
So what I'm worried about is also the issue of adoption, especially the adoption fee, because this thing is problematic if it's not taken care of.
Inhloso lenkulu yokuthi sivikele bantwana mangabe sesenta ukuthi bantu aba-private bangasakhoni ukuthi balekelele government ngibona mina ngathi bantwana sesibabeke emuva sisavikele bona.
So if we push away the private people or those who don't belong to government to help with adoption, I think that is also a serious problem.
Okay, sekwegcina sengikhulumela indzaba ye-foster care. Lento yokuthi ngiyabona ukuthi okay basiphatha ngeda le grace period. Ku right loko. But lento leyo kufanele be fail safe. Not ukuthi kube noma. kufanele ukuthi kwenteke sure ukuthi ma-social worker maningi enough alingana nalabantu abadzinga le care not ukuthi lento yenteka nyalo because nyalo vele ma-backlog maningi bantu kunokusebenta emisebeni babhizi batranza wonye and bantwana ekugcineni bahlupheka.
I agree with this issue of foster care, but my concern, we have few social workers who have to deal with this matter, and it's a problem. I think we must have more social workers.
Ngicina ngithi yebo le bill ngiyayibona ukuthi ifisa ukuthi yendele kuhle kodwa ngathi kunezinto eziningi letawendeka leti unintended.
So I'm saying I see that this bill has good intention, but I think there are a lot of things which we have to look at before this bill is passed.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but Justice, we are here to make sure that we put those things that are lacking there in order to have the bill at the end of the day. Thank you.
Ngiyayibingelela iParliament namhla ilanga lingakashona.
I agree the parliament today.
Ligama nginontobeko ngwakangomane.
I'm non-Tobeko Ngomane.
Center manager enzaweni nje lesigodinyana sala Nkomazi eBlock B.
I'm a center manager here in Komazi, place called Block B.
Ngitocela tukwel parliament namhla ukuthi kokuqala nje ngakachubekanga ngacela ngifuna kusho ukuthi ngiyawusekela ke lo mthetho sivivinyo lokhona namhla lekukhulunywa ngendzaba tebantfana.
Before I could go forward, let me indicate that I support the bill which deals with the children amendment.
Kulikhuni kakhulu ukuthi emalanga onke usebente ngemntfwana lekufanele ukuthi umvikele etimeni letinyenti ngemalanga onke.
It's difficult when you have to protect a child whom you are working with, but it's difficult sometimes to do that.
Kepha injongo kungukuthi kufela ukuthi lo mntwana ekugcineni kwako konke abe nendvule katawuphuma nayo abe nemfundvo abe nesisekelo nekudati ukuthi ungubani.
At the end, your intention is to make sure that that child is protected, has education, and has a future.
But kuyaye kube buhlungu ukuthi labantfu labalana kuleyo ndzawo labasita lo mntwana bangabi nekujabula.
The challenge is that the people who have to help the child are not happy.
Sibonga kakhulu ku social development kulokuleka sendela kona ngekuthi asichase.
So we are happy that the social department is here.
Lokukhulu kakhulu ukuthi siyaye sibukeke kwangathi thina sithi sebendi asithatheleki njengebantfu mhlambe labatawusita labantwana.
So we feel rejected by the social development department because we feel like we're not taken as people who are to help the children.
Ngikusho ngani lokho?
Why do I say this?
Ngikusho ngesimanga sekuthi siyaye sithi mhlambe nasesibhadaliwe noma sesiphiwe leyo mali lencane lesiyinikwa yona.
So sometimes when we're given that little money that sometimes we happen to get,
sitholakale kwakwathi thine noma mina ngingedwa nje ngisisebenzi ngibukeleka kwangathi imfihlo yekusebenta kwami ayikho.
oh, it feels like as if no one takes me seriously for the work I'm doing.
Ngikhulumela endzabeni yemali.
I'm talking about money.
Ngitholakala ngisayina stipend
So-
lesi sitawubonwa noma ngangibani.
I'm finding myself signing as a stipend and there's no privacy.
Leyo register I-register lesekhuletha kuso sonke staff lengisuke ngisebenta naso.
So that register which indicates how much I got paid is just circulated amongst all the staff members.
Lokho lokusenda ukuthi ekugcineni sigcine emalunga lesisebenta nawo kanye nemkhandlu lesitako long social development sibe nekushayisana ngemicondvo yethu.
So this causes confusion amongst ourselves and those we work with.
So sitocela ke kul parliament ukuthi ake lisende nathi sibonakale njengebantu kube nemfihlo letabeyicondzane nami njengemsebenzi.
So make us feel that dignity. We need that confidentiality so that when we get those monies must be known by us alone.
Kwesibili,
Secondly,
ngicela ukuthi ku social development ake basinikete litfuba lokuthi nasiya siyosayina tintfo sitifunze kuqala.
they must give us chance to sign, to know what we're signing for before we sign those documents.
Ngoba nasifika laphana ebaphathi lesisuka siya kubo ababi nesineke nelithandvo lokuthi basitise ukuthi yini lesiyisayinako noma yini lesingena kuyo.
So the leaders or managers to which we go to sign those documents, they don't even have an interest to tell us what are we signing for.
Emva kwaloko sibese sesiyahluleka kutilwela kwangathi le sector yaka ECD ayitati ukuthi ifunani.
At the end, we end up failing to fight for our own rights as if we don't know what we have to do as ECDs.
Sitawucela liparlamente namuhla ukuthi sicela ukuthi nathi basithathele etingcondvweni singebantfu.
So we ask you as parliament that they must take us to consideration also.
Siyabonga.
Thank you very much.
Ngibingelele iParliament lethu lelisivakashele namuhla.
I greet Parliament.
Tsanza nekubonga ukuthi namuhla sivakashele kulomkhakha libe solo sonabela kuhlangana nawo ngalelinye ilanga.
We are happy that you've visited us today. We've been longing for this visit.
Siyambonga kakhulu kaNkulunkulu ngoba usithi into tonke tiyendeka. Sekwendekile lokho ukuthi namuhla sithohlangana nani. Masibukani nesibona ngathi kuvuleke emazulu.
So we are grateful to God that He made this opportunity possible, because when we see you, it's like heavens have just opened.
Ngiyisupporta le bill.
I do support the bill.
Ngicabanga ukuthi kuphatheka kwemntwana kusukela kwanamuhla ukuthi amtshintsha kunikwa itolo.
I believe a lot of things are going to change.
Igama lami nginguRose.
My name is Ruth.
Rose.
Ruth.
Rose.
Oh, Rose.
Yes. Ngiwakaphelembe.
Rose Pelembe.
Ngisebenta Ngulisa.
I work at Kulisa, right here in Komas.
Ngitokhulumela kakhulu mayelana nestipend lokhulunywa ngaso kakhulu.
I'm here to talk mostly about ECD.
Qale ukusebenta eNgulisa ngo1997.
I've been working for this ECD since 1987.
1997.
Or 1997.
Mara mangijima ngibuka le stipend sami. Mangibuka le stipend sami sithi 1.9 as a center manager.
But when I look at my 1,900 rand stipend as a center manager,
so siyabathanza kakhulu abantwana kodwa nasi masivula lemikhakha besisisendela kusekugcineni kube khona lesikbenefitako njengetisebenzi.
we love children a lot, but another reason for setting up these ECDs was that we should create jobs for ourselves as well.
But ngalendlela lesobenza ngayo kuyabonakala ukuthi hulumende lesiphila kuye sine lesebenza lapha eTingulisa akasithatheli enhloko njengetisebenzi.
But it looks as though, as ECD practitioners, our government doesn't seem to care about us.
Nganzithi nebesibuke ukuthi njengoba sibuilda lo mntwana kusukela leqaleni sente le foundation yakhe ibe strong besikholelwa ukuthi indlu icina phansi kuze ingakhona ukuwoma ihambe endleleni.
So as people who start with children at a foundational phase to make sure they have a stronger base for education, we thought would be taken serious.
Sitele kutawucela ke tukwe parliament ukuthi tikhulu tethu ake nisinakele lo mkhakha ngoba kubi masifika ngase kudleni.
So we are here to request you as Parliament to please do something for us, because it's very difficult, especially when it comes to food.
Siyakhona ukuthi sidle masisetingulisa kudla. Ora masibuyele emakhaya kutholakala kumadima ngithi nathi sinemindeni lemakhaya. Sinebantwana nathi lebabukele ukuthi make emakhaya emsebenzini kufuna chamuke nalokutside. So
We are able to eat when we are at our centers, But when we get back home, there is no food, and we also have children to feed when we are back home.
So besitele kutotikhalela njengetikhulu tethu ukuthi lekelelani bekunene kumatima la ema-ECD uma sikhuluma ngetindzaba teliholo.
So we are just here to register our plea with you that please do something about us. It's very difficult in our homes.
Kunanaku lokunye lokusilimata kakhulu sife sithi ngci. Lokuthi uma kucala umnyaka luphakelo timali tsine liholo lethu liyema.
So another challenge that we have is that when the financial year starts, when the money is being distributed,
Uma sayimile le mali kusho kona ukuthi nempilo lemakhaya ethu iyema.
so what happens is that by the time they stop sending the money to us, our lives back home are affected.
Bese sisicelela ukuthi uma kungendeka ukuthi iParliament ingawuntshintsha lo mthetho ukuthi kumane kube inyanga yinye phela kuntshintshele stipend sibuye sitokhona kuphila.
So we would request Parliament to make sure that this stipend comes in on a monthly basis, like change the laws so that we can have this stipend on a monthly basis.
Nekubonga ku social development ukuthi sitholele lukuluku lokuthi government wethu uthi bekune COVID wasuthi asithumelela stimulus.
So we also thank the department for assisting with the COVID-19 stimulus relief. We were also promised.
But stimulus emasenteni lamanye asikafiki.
1 second.
Asikafiki.
1
So,
second left.
But most
Okay.
of our centers have not received that stimulus relief.
But the question is, asati ukuthi asikasithole stimulus kwendeke njani ngoba system asihamba nale application yathi complete saba nelukuluku lokuthi khona lokutako sesibesicela ukuthi mhlambe njengeliparlament ningalo sigudulutela ukuthi imali ushone kuphi umgodi. Amen.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
we have not received the stimulus relief, the COVID-19 relief fund, but we have completed all the required documents. So we are asking what else must we do to receive this money?
Loko vo rhanga va vula leswi swa important va swi lavaka a ku ta sala leswi swo vulavulela nje va swi vulavula mara leswa nkoka va vurile.
So perhaps people must
Se va
start
rhanga hi
up
xitori.
by talking about, like listing their strong points before they elaborate stories, because it was their own time.
Bantu bacela ukuthi abasho lokhu lokubalekile kuqala ngaphambi kokube banabe kuloko labafuna kukusho.
Sanibonani. Yebo ma. Ngiyababingelela labasesihlalweni.
And
Lonke lithimba la ka-DSD lelifikile siyajabula kakhulu.
I greet the leadership here and the DSD.
Siyajabula kakhulu ukuthi iParliament litekisi.
We're happy that the government,
Be young children kanjalo nje bebantwana.
we are happy that Parliament has come to us with this bill dealing with children.
Ngiyayivuma le bill.
I agree with the bill, I support it.
Ligama lami ngiSamaria ngwakamabuza.
I'm Samaria Mabuza.
Ngibuya eWard 14 eMasibekela.
I'm from Ward 14, Masibekele.
Ngisebenza ngebantwana.
I work with children.
Mina nginesicelo sinye ngimfishane kakhulu.
I have one request, I will be very brief.
Njengema center manager noma ngaba ngisukela ngaqala kuba ne-crash from 2016.
I started to have crash from 2016. I'm a center manager.
Kodwa nginesicelo sekuthi solo ngizama ku-apply la certificate angisitholi angathi ukuthi kwende kanjani nga-DSD.
So my request is that since I've been trying to register or ask for a certificate, I didn't get it. Even today, I don't know what is happening.
Nginenkinga ke ukuthi uma i-crash yami i-unregistered uma sengihlangabetana nenkinga ngidala ngiyomangala kuphi ngoba badathi abangati.
So my challenge is when I can come across a problem, where will I report? Because they will say, we don't know you, you're unregistered.
ngitamile kakhulu ukuthi ngiye ka DSD ngizame ukugcwalisa emafomu solo ene kuthatha a long process manje siyacela ukuthi kumane kube kufishane njengalamanye ama documents.
I went there several times to try to register, but I didn't manage. And I'm asking that let this process be shortened like other processes.
Ngoba uma registela i-ID within 3 weeks iyabuya.
Because when you register for an ID, within 3 weeks, you get back your ID.
Manje uma register for a certificate se ECD kuthatha isikhathi leside nginaleyo challenge ngiyacela ukuthi bamane basendele lesikhashane sibe sifishane kakhulu.
So, but when you register for ECD so that you can get a certificate of registration, it takes long. So can't you be able to reduce the registration time?
Ngiyabonga ngiloko kuphela lebengikudela.
That's the only thing I wanted to raise.
Thank you so much, Mama. Can I get 20 people who are inside the hall who can go outside and grab something?
Kunebantu labala ngaphakathi eholeni labang-20 labangaphuma baye ngaphandle.
We still have 20 people outside that need to get in.
Sisende abantu labang-20 labangaphandle labasafisa kungena.
But those who were speaking here, I think some of them, there are questions that are going to be asked, so they must remain inside.
Kepha-ke kulabanye laba benelithuba lokuthi bete bateyokhuluma bayacela ukuthi bangahambi ngani ngoba kusenemibuzo letawuba khona letawuthandwa ukuthi icacise.
Thank you very much. Over to you, sis.
Siyabonga.
Sanibonani endlini. Ligama lami nginisiphiwe ngwakaDube Sibongo.
My name is.
Can you take your mic? Ligama lami nginisiphiwe ngwakaDube Sibongo.
My name is Piwe
Dube.
Dube.
Okay. Ngihlala la Ward 23.
I'm from Ward 23.
Ngiyasamukela lesiloni sanamuhla le bill yanamuhla.
I support this bill.
Ngisebenza eGomora eSita Sive dropping center.
I work at Gomora Dropping Center.
Sebakhulumile lebo mnakethu angeke ngikhulume lokuningi.
My colleague has said something, I won't say a lot.
Lengikucelako mina la lengifuna ukukwati ngifuna ukubuta futhi ukuthi labantwana ngobe bathi nyalo umntwana angaba na 20 uyaphuma lapha kusanokwendeka athi 20 kube uyafunza and kusanokwendeka athi 20 kube akasebenzi futhi akakayi ecollege uhleli ekhaya ngidamkhipha njani lapha utabe sesowudla kuphi nasengimkhiphile ngifuna kwati lokho ngiyabonga.
My question is that they say when a child reached 20 years in a dropping center, that child must be taken out of the dropping center. My question is, where is that child going to get food? Because that child is still at school sometimes has not went to a training college, sometimes that child is not working. So that is my question.
Sanibonani.
Greetings.
Sanibonani nonke.
Greetings all.
Ligama lami ngibhela ngwakamnisi.
Bella, my name is Bella Mnisi.
Ward 21.
Ward 21.
Ngimake lewatinikela kumntwana.
I'm a mother who took responsibility of a child.
Ngicela hulumende
I'm asking the government.
angamangali
The government must not be surprised.
kuthi sithe sitokhuluma sibaningi sikhulume ngeECD.
Or that we come here in large number to speak about the ECDs.
Siza
isizathu ukuthi la kuma ECDs
The reason is that in the ECDs,
lasawaqala kabuhlungu
we started them. It was not easy when we started them.
wafika DSD
Then the DSD came in.
wafika wathi mina ngidaniniketa kudla
So DSD said to us, I will give you food
netisita leti yana umntwana
and also help which will help the child.
mina lengikucela kuhulumende
What I'm asking from the government,
ngiyayimukela nalomthetho lokhuluma ngemntwana
I'm supporting this bill which talks about the child.
lengikubukile la ipractitioner ayikafakwa
What I'm concerned about, the word practitioner is not in this bill.
kanti umntwana yena uhlala nabani
Who is taking care of the child if the practitioner is not mentioned in the bill?
from early in the morning up nzambama
From the morning until the evening, who is staying with the child?
ngathi thina ema-practitioner government angathi nje ukuthi ngachaza ngithini
I'm worried. It seems the government is, I don't know how to explain it. It seems,
anginawukhulumela lokuningi
I don't want to say a lot.
ngikhulumela thina ema-practitioners asempumalanga
I'm talking for the practitioners within Mpumalanga.
siyamthanda lo hulumeni wethu
We love our government.
asifuni ukuthi sishiye abantwana bodwana esemgwaqweni
So we don't want to leave the children so that they go all over the streets.
uma siya emgwaqweni labantwana batawusala nabani
So if we leave these children and we alone, whom are they going to be with?
asifuni ukukhuluma tindzaba lengathi semthamsi sesikhomba lomunye ukuthi akasiphathi kahle
So we don't want to raise issue which will look like as if we are saying someone is wrong.
ake ngichaze kafuphi
Uh,
nginebantwana asithi ngina 70 children esenteni
I have 70, for example, let me say I have 70 children in the center.
uma wena hulumende kulabantwana unginika 20 ungibhadala 20 labanye batawudla kudla kwabani
So if you subsidize me for only 20 children, where are the other children going to get food from?
kulenye iclose ngeke ngisavula ngoba ngifuna ukudla sikhathi
So if I look at one of the clothes here, I don't want to open it because of time.
sine menu
We have menu.
mara uma sithosiya ngala kuma funding le menu ayikhona ukusupporteka kahle ngalokuthi government wethu lesimvotele
The government talks.
cela ukuthi inkosi yami uma siletha amagama ebantwana kuwe hulumende
So there's a word menu there in the bill, but where is the money to buy that menu will come from? We will ask you because what the government we have voted for.
uma ngiletha inamba kuwe
So when I bring the number of children I have from the center,
uba unike bonke labantwana
you must give all those children.
angithi phela la eSouth Africa kuthiwe abantwana kufuna bahlale etinkulisa kuze labantwana laba banganjonjwa bangarejwa although batali basaye emsebentini
So
kufuna labantwana sibavikele kufuna sibafundzise badle kudla loku healthy baphindze labantwana babe protective la ekusent
So it said in South Africa we must take care of the children, we protect them, we give them good food.
ngiloko lebengisukumela kona ngisukuma nje ngisukuma ngemntwana nepractitioner ngoba naye umntwana lokudla la kudlako le mali government langinika yona angikhona ukuthenga lokudla lokukhulisa lo mntwana lamaseko lamathata
So that was my concern, the issue of a practitioner, the issue of a menu, the issue that the food is not enough to feed the children.
nami njengepractitioner
As a practitioner,
uyalibona leli gama lethi practitioner
do you notice the name practitioner?
igama leli ngalifaka ku brackets lisho umuntu angathi singachaza ngithini
I don't even know how to explain it.
bengisukumela lokho kuphela kukhala kuhulumende ukuthi thina ema practitioner nemntwana sicela ukuthi inkosi yami hulumende wethu lesimthandzako lesamvotela asinakekele aphindze anake nalabantwana ngiyabonga amen.
The government that we voted must take care of us practitioner and the child. Thank you very much.
Kambe isesman.
Okay mama, lesikhathi ngibita bawungekho. Yes. Ligama lami ngingibhela ngwakamnisi.
My name is Bella.
My name is Bella Mnisi.
Mnisi.
I'm from Gamhlushwa.
Thank you very much, says Bella, practitioner.
Yes, ma'am.
You look so nice.
Thank you.
One can say that really somebody is taking care of you. You look cute
Thank you.
to the extreme. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's like now we no longer have hands from this side.
Kubonakala ngathi nyalo asisenato tandla ngale ngasehlangothini langasencele.
Do we have hands?
Sinatandla.
Maybe
Yes.
that is the last two, ne?
Ngiyathemba ukuthi letimbili tekugcina.
The two, is it two or three? It's two, ne?
Tinga.
It's three.
Three yosh.
Okay, the three.
Sonzela mama.
And we already heard about the practitioners. Thank you very much. Oh, it's three. This other side.
Ngale ngasesandleni sangasekudla ngabe tikhona tandla.
Says practitioner, why are you leaving now? Why are you leaving?
Indzaba uhambe mama.
You don't have to leave us behind.
Akudzinge ukuthi usishiye
We are
la
all
emuva.
yours today. You
Siba-
remain here with us.
Sibakho namuhla
Agree, you're
futhi.
telling us that you voted for us. Thank you very much. Let's proceed. Sisi.
Chubekeni.
Sanibonani. Ngibingelela abaphathi bethu.
I greet our leaders.
Lemi phambili nompumelelo Matubandlela ngiqhamuka eMkhunjini Education Center.
My
eWard
name
19.
is Nompumelelo. I'm from an ECD.
Wo bengihleti lapha phasi ngibuke ukuthi balingani bami batalisho leli point linye point lengilitisile la. Nginembuto minde ukuthi
So I was sitting there listening to my peers and colleagues bringing up their points. Then I have a question.
i-government yamemetela ngisho nasemaredini ukuthi okay. Okay, i-government yamemetela kuthiwa school fees asibhadalwa. Manje umbuto wami kusukela April, May, June. Ithi badlani bantwana.
So the government has said school fees must not be paid.
Yes.
So my question is from the past 3 months, what do you think children are eating?
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hey, you are so sweet.
Sibethu
Greetings to our leaders.
ngibingelela iParliament yethu ngibingelele bonke baphathi bethu
I
endlini.
greet our parliament and all our leaders in the house.
Lokhuluma ngoLindiwe Sidiba.
My name is Lindiwe Sidiba.
Ngibuya enathi kaMachekeza eWard 4.
I'm from Ematrekeza, Ward 4.
Ngingu practitioner from 2009.
I've been a practitioner since 2009.
Ngiyawuthanda kakhulu umsebenzi wami.
I love my job very
Ngene
much
ngiyaziqhenya ngawo.
and I'm proud of it.
Nginebufakazi etikoleni ngiproduce abantwana labahlakaniphe kakhulu lebaphatha kamnanzi.
I have proof around the schools that I produce best
Kod-
performing learners.
Kodwa inhlitiyo yami ayijabuli ngendlela lengiphatheka ngayo kule yankulisa.
But I am not happy about the way that I'm being treated
Eqinisweni lonke nginganimema nje niyobuka le ndzawo lesisebentela kuyo lo mphakathi lengiphila kuwo uhlupheke ngendlela lemangalisako.
I could invite you to come with me to inspect my ECD, even the community where I come from. We are a very poor community.
Bantwana lengisebenta ngabo baphatsa tikhaftini lebasuka nato emakhaya nabo lebangati nekuthi tikhaftini tani batali labaningi abasebenzi labanye basebenta emaplazini.
So most of our learners are supposed to bring lunch boxes from home, but they are not able to because most of the parents don't work. Those who work in farms.
Ngike ngazama kwenta i-meeting nebatali ukuthi kungaba njani ukuthi kungetenyana imali kuleyo 100 rand lebamkhipha ukuthi mhlambe sikhone kuphekela abantwana ngeke bakhone ngoba bete leyo mali bantwana batiphathela tikhaftini.
So I've had a meeting with parents to ask them to increase on the 100 rands that they pay per child every month, but they say they are not able to increase that money. The reason I wanted an increase is so that we could start cooking and feeding these kids, but the parents can't afford.
Ngiva buhlungu kakhulu ngoba ama social worker ethu ayeta atosi monitor la etingulisa.
It's very painful because our social workers do come to monitor our work.
Bayasibona lesimo lesingaphasi kwaso nathi siyazama kuchaza.
They do see the conditions under which we work and we always have to explain ourselves.
Mina bengiticelela Nkosi yami ukuthi vele nisinake kakhulu thina ma center anganene eMpumalanga.
So my request is that please pay more attention to our centers here in Mpumalanga.
Ngithanda ukuvakasha kakhulu ngivakasha kakhulu eGauteng.
I usually visit the province of Gauteng.
Ma centers abo aphucuke ngalenye indlela.
Their centers are far much developed than ours.
Kakhulu ngendlela lemangalisako enethine bala emakhaya ngathi senta kangconywane kepha kude lesitwa ngawo.
But they are so much developed, but when you look at the work, you would see that the centers that are based here in rural areas are doing much better, but we don't get the kind of help they get.
Nangibuka lo msebenzi ukuthi ngiqale 2009 until now uthole ukuthi ngiyafa mina kufanele ukuthi kufe inja.
You know, I've started working in a center in 2009, but if I were to die today, I would die like a dog.
Kude lengiphuma nako angibukeki nekuthi bengi-practitioner.
You can't even think I'm a practitioner when you look at me.
Kuyamangalisa ukuthi
2 seconds.
Sorry. Kuyamangalisa ukuthi uhambe endleleni bantwana bathi mem ngalana ngala uthi uyadibuka awubonakala nekuthi ungimem.
So when you walk around the streets, children shout at you, calling you their teacher, but when you look at yourself, you don't even feel like a teacher.
Ngiyabonga.
Thank
Ngibonge
you.
kakhulu.
Thanks, Mama Lindiwe.
Ngiyanibingelela nonke baphathi bami tikhulu tami liPhalamende lethu.
Greetings to all our leaders, to the parliament and the dignitaries. I greet you in the name of
Amen.
Jesus.
Singthanda ukutibongela kakhulu lamhla ukuthi nisivakashele kulendzawo.
We are grateful today that you have visited us.
Ngifuna ukuthi siyawumukela lo mthetho lenisitele nawo namuhla
We do appreciate and support the bill that talks about children.
Sorry good. Okay ngiyabonga mntwana. Mina kwami nje ngitawukhuluma ngabo sebakhulumile labangani bami bonke bema ECD.
So my
Mina njengomuntu
friends have
nje,
said most of the things that I want to say.
mina ngitele kutogcizelela ngibona ungathi bayasabanyana bayagega bayagega.
So I'm here to emphasize,
And
and I
when
feel
I-
like they are afraid to specify some of the things.
LiPhalamende lethu.
You are our parliament.
Ngisebenta engulisa. Ngicale
I work
ngo-2007.
in an ECD center since 2007.
Sitawucela bantu abamake.
We are here to ask you,
Umntwana
uqala enkulisa simqala na 2 years.
We start
Simgroome.
teaching and grooming a child at an ECD from a 2-year-old.
Yes, simkhulisa. Kodwa thina asinalutho.
We raise them, but we,
Asinamala, sihola
as
imali.
practitioners, we have nothing. We don't get any payment.
Okay. Mina ngiyacela abantu abamake kini namhle eParliament bevele solo sinifuna singathi uthi sitawufika njani kini.
I humbly request you as Parliament, we've always wanted to meet you and we didn't know how to get hold of you.
Sicela niyosicelela ku-government noma siyaticelela kini uthi senteni bantfu lababalulekile nathi labasebenza ngemntfwana kufunza kwemntfwana kuqala le ku-grade 0
We request
Kuze
you
kuyogcina
to
ku-
please-
e-university umntfwana complete aphele kodwa marathini asendi lutho kanti labasebenza kakhulu ngithi betinkulisa kufundzisa umntfwana umfundzise kukhuluma umfundzise kudla umentise tonke tinto pati thine kude government akasathi akasibuki nekuthi siyini sitindvo nje siyacela abantu abamake namuhla sicela nathi government asente bantfu akwati ukuthi sikole sicala ka grade R sikole sicala le phansi lekukhulisa umntwana ayetulu ngiyabonga ngiyadlula lapha
So I thank you very much for coming, but I have a request. We as ECD practitioners are not taken care of. A child is groomed from a very young age, from 2-year-old until they get to grade R. But the people who are responsible for the foundation, it's us, and we are completely ignored. So please do something about ECD practitioners. We really need our dignity restored.
Yeah. Sengiyabuya ke bantfu abami sengiyacina la sise Mpumalanga ekugcineni kwe South Africa kune Swaziland kune Mozambique kune Zimbabwe labantu laba bawela betela kule country yethu.
So we are right at the borderline of 3-4 countries. We have Swaziland, you have Mozambique and Zimbabwe, and you have a lot of people who are crossing the border to our area.
Bafike baganane nalabantu abethu bebafana.
So
Mina nginebantwana bebafana basomele tindlobi taseSwazini basomele tindlobi taseMozambique.
So when they come here, especially girls, they fall in love with our sons. For instance, I have boys who have girlfriends in Swaziland, from Swaziland and from Mozambique.
Bese bayatalisana nabatalisana lo mntwana lokatalwa ngilomfana wase South Africa akana certificate kuthiwa buve bamake.
So they end up having children, and these children that are born of South African fathers don't get registered.
But laba labatalwa mandvombatana se South Africa bawatala neZimbabwe neSwaziland neMaputo bathola ini bona certificate.
But children that are born of South African girls with fathers from other countries, they do get certificate and documentation.
Ngifuna ke ukuthi kukhulumela kini baphathi bami. Labantwana labatalwa ngilabafana base South Africa labangana certificate. Bata babosindlani yini lapha eSouth Africa kanti nithi 50-50. Why lamantombatane wona athole certificate? Labafana bangatitholi certificate kodwa labantu bahlala la.
So I want to pose a question to you, like, how is it possible that children that are born of South African women do get documentation, but children that are born of South African men do not get documentation? How do we practice this 50-50 policy?
Labantu abatale South Africa. Atele Sindiyani dithola certificate. Bathole Mozambique bathola certificate. Bathole Zimbabwe bathole Swaziland. But lamatfota lawa lama citizen of South Africa. Lata lama citizen of South Africa. Abana certificate sine challenge la itiba preschool. Banbana abana certificate bahleli la emakhaya. Nitawujabula nasebashaya timoto toninge mache babo sindlani labantwana.
So we have a very big challenge here in South Africa. Like children that are born of men from India with South African girls, they have certificates. Children that are born to fathers from Swaziland, Mozambique have certificates. And children that are born of South African men do not get registered, and they end up sitting at home doing nothing, growing up. We are basically grooming criminals. What will you do one day as you drive by and these children throw stones at you?
Sengiyagcina nyalo bantu abamanga. Sengiyohlala phansi.
So this is the last one.
Okay. Ngithi ke mina kini nyalo. Siyacela government wethu kuthi asenisinakele labantwana ngoba phela kunebafana kunemantombazana. And kubhlungu kabi ngifuna kusho nje na indvo lefishana kancane ngiyohlala phansi. Uma kungathiwa nasi imbi kuyaliwa nyalo. Bese bathi Zimbabwe. Maputo. Swaziland. Bese uthatha abantu abakhe Maputo swi. Lawyer swi. Kusala labafana labadelwe ngilama South Africa bangana certificate. Itavotelwa ngibani le parliament?
Thank you, Mama.
Should a situation arise, for instance, where we have war coming and all these mothers decide to take their kids to their fathers in Zimbabwe, wherever else their fathers are, who is going to fight for this country?
Yes.
Because the children will all be gone.
Yes,
and the children that are born of South African men are not registered, so they will not be able to fight for South Africa.
Ngiloko bantu babamake ngiyaxolisa ukukhuluma kakhulu angithethi vele ngikhuluma so bantu babamake ngiyabonga government akasivele sine sisebenza etinkulisa sicela basiholela imali
Kambe ngwina man.
ngiyabonga
Vito.
I-
Mama. Kambe ngwina.
God my God
Yes,
sorry
your
mntana
God, it's our
manje
God.
ngiduduzile ngiwakamangane ngihlala eMasibekela Ward 14.
So my name is Duduzile Mangale, and that's all. I
Thanks,
have.
Duduzile. Your sister is here. She will take care of everything. Oh. Thank you very much, Mam Duduzile.
Ngiyanibingelela. Okay, ngiyanibingelela egameni lenkosi uJesu Kristu. Amen.
I greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Nibaphathi bethu ngijwayele kusho njalo
Sesi.
ngemva
Ah,
Okay.
bathong.
Sorry. Ngibingelela nibaphathi bethu libafikile batovatikalo tethu.
I'm happy that the dignitaries are here to listen to our concerns.
Ngimanager ye-center ikhaya lethu preschool.
I am a center manager at Ikaya Letu Preschool.
Lokhulumako nguMatahlophe enzaweni yaseMangweni.
My name is Mata Shlope from Emahubeni.
Mine i-center yami ibitwa ngokuthi i-private.
So my ECD is regarded as a private.
Inkinga lengibenayo e-center yami
The challenge that I have within the center,
bengicabanga ukuthi i-COVID beyitele wonke umuntu bengakateli ma-community.
I thought COVID-19 was every person's challenge in the community,
But kwangathi bekunakwa ama-community kakhulu.
but it would seem as though the focus was only on community members.
Nginebantwana nebatukulu. Nginebantwana ekhaya lami nebatukulu.
We do have children and grandchildren at home.
Ngenda business bengilendako esayidini.
I am running a business on a side.
Sinema private akukhonakala ukuthi sitakale ngiqine ngithathe imali lekufanele ngodle abantwana bami ngifake ngale
So-
kubantwana base preschool.
So as private or unregistered ECDs, we do not get any kind of assistance. So we end up using our own funds that we're supposed to use to raise our children and use them in the centers.
Nami mangenda business lami esayidini njengemfelokati ngitshela ukuthi ngizama ukuphilisa abantwana bami.
So as a widow who runs a business on the side, The
Mara
purpose of
se-
the business is to raise my children.
but kufuna ngitake over ngemali yami e-preschool.
So I end up using my money from the business to assist the school.
Ayafika ama-social work angene e-preschool.
Social workers do visit our center.
Baqhamuke nemafomu barejiste basithembise lokwana lokwana.
They come with registration forms, we fill them in, and they promise us a lot of things,
But kude lokubuyako
but nothing happens afterwards.
anginoba mtsi kakhulu ngicela lisitho
Ah.
isibonelele nazi bema-private.
I'm not going to say much, I just request your assistance, especially with unregistered and private ECDs.
Angibingelele nonke eholeni. Ngibingelele iParliament.
Let me greet you all in this hall and the parliament.
Okay, igama lami mina ngingijabulile ngakasibiya. Ngiqhamuka khona la Nkomazi eMachekeza uWard 4.
Kabile Sbiya from Matekeza, Ward 4.
Sicelo sami lenginaso namuhla ngilesokuthi njengoba nami ngingilomunye losebenza e-preschool i-challenge lenginayo lapha e-preschool nginebantwana labang 34.
Yes, my concern as one who work in the preschools, I have 34 children in the preschool.
Kule 34 yebantwana kutholakala ukuthi labang 12 bantwana abakhoni lokubhadala.
12 of them are not even able to pay.
Njengoba bangakhoni lokubhadala abantwana kuba madima ukuthi le mali le bhadalwe kulalabanye abantwana ikhona kunetisa tidzingo mhlambe tabo bonke labantwana but ngoba
Schools will also ask that as ECD also supply us with